Hello and welcome to Kill Stream. I'm your host, Ethan Ralph, the owner and the editor-in-chief of the RalphRetort.com, coming to you live for the Wednesday edition of the Kill Stream, the Halloween edition. We're here. Somebody asked me on Twitter what I was dressed as, and I said a convict. That's just my normal clothing, though, so nothing special here. Super chats, let's see. Where am I at here? Okay, hold on. I have to separate them. Bixen Boxen says, anyone dressing up as the Killstream Coon this Halloween? I did see a Killstream Kitty on Twitter. C3O says, 5 minutes until latent gayness. Lucky Decision says, well, swipe a sock and grab your cock. It's time for the stream. Cornelius Finch says, late and blacked. Robert Chalk says, tardy and homosexual. Message deleted. Of course, doesn't say anything. My foreskin is missing. Says, Ralph, stop being recalcitrant. Half Blonde says, my name is Ethan Ralph, and I acknowledge that to be late is also to be gay. Charles Salmon says, if you weren't so gay, you wouldn't be so late. Aaron Shadow says, you guys going to check out the Borderless preview? Yes, we are. Ron A said, what would your wish on the Dragon Balls be? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my wish would be. I would have to think. I'd have to think on it for a moment. But while I think on it, maybe these guys have given it more thought. Let's see, where are they at? Gator Zidane, hello, gentlemen. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween,
Happy
buddy.
Halloween.
I heard you went as a convict.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
I really broke the mold with my costume this year.
Yeah, it's so out of place.
Yes. What'd you guys do for Halloween?
Actually, I did have a costume. I actually bought a mask a couple months ago for it. I had it made. It's a from a band called Ghost. It's the guitarists all wear these nameless ghoul masks, so I've had that. So I dressed up as that.
Yeah, my Halloween party's awesome gonna be this weekend, so but of course I did the Kavanaugh thing, which I saw somebody on Twitter had copied my idea, so I thought that was cool that kind of caught on a little bit.
It did catch on. Yeah, we didn't really get any trick-or-treaters around here either, like I said, because most of the block's not even doing trick-or-treating, so I guess they didn't really waste their time coming down through here. So I didn't really do anything. Prepared for the show. Happy Halloween. So yeah, that's about it. I don't know. I originally wanted somebody on to like tell spooky stories or something, but I guess we didn't really. I reached out to a couple people. I didn't hear back. I know Zidane did as well.
I did too. I actually reached out to a couple demonologists that talk about this stuff, that go around to places. I never heard back from them. They had some crazy stories that they were talking about, so I was like, fuck, get on. But I started talking to them at the beginning of the month and nothing. Like, no response.
Why are the demonologists so hard to get a hold of?
I guess you have to be a fucking demon to get their attention. Email doesn't cut it.
What would you guys' wishes on the Dragon Balls be? Or do you only get one wish? I'm not sure. I'm not completely up on my Dragon Ball lore.
Depends on the dragon. Depends on the Dragon Balls.
So what would your wish be?
I don't want to get too...
Immortality. Why not? Best wish.
Live forever?
Yeah.
But don't you have the vampire thing, though, where you see everybody you care about die and shit?
You just find more people to care about them.
Oh, shit.
You make a good point. You make a very good point. Because, like, a lot of people would, like, want to wish for money, but then, like, eventually you die, and so you know, like, doesn't matter. But if you're immortal, you have infinite amount of time to make as much money as you possibly want to.
No, Zintrex got it. Zintrex got the... Yeah, I'd wish to be white. There you go.
There you go.
There it is. All right. Let me make sure I read all these. I think one popped up. Oh yeah, Lord Akira says late, gay, muted, and severely rarted, or is that supposed to be retarded? I don't know what rarted means. Superior form of retarded is what Urban Dictionary says. Okay. Friedrich Marx says coat hanger Carl says Worski deserves to get beat by a songs. Or does he mean Tonga? Donga? I don't know. I didn't see that. That guy from that thing says scrub money. Meme Machine says fake, gay, late, muted. It's the kill stream. Dr. Doc Doctorson says for your Cinco de Mayo stream, you should rename the show El Ralph Retorta # Merites stream for the night. Pay me later. Peter Pete says fat fuck late again. Rocket Insano says get sticks on. He's good for that. Yeah, so I was a little bit. I was only 1 minute late. So these guys said my mic was fucking up, so I went to check that real quick. It was actually okay. I think it's just Discord. So That's what held me
Yeah,
back.
Discord's been fucky lately.
Yeah. I just saw Lord Akira's super chat. What do you get if you bang a N-word on Halloween? Some extra spooky pussy.
I like that one.
All right, let's get right into it. There's a lot. I don't know. You guys can't see how many tabs I have open here, but it's a shit ton. Bolsonaro. By the way, that was an actual the clip at the beginning of the show actually was tweeted out by Bolsonaro on his official Twitter account.
As he did. It's awesome.
It's legit. And then if you look down, there's just you see the meme in the thumbnail. Is Bolsonaro standing there with what is that? Is that Goku?
It's Goku, yeah.
Super Saiyan Blue Goku.
Yeah. Not normal Goku, of course. So there's another picture of his office with nothing but anime photos in it. I'm not sure if that's an actual picture or not, but that got him going. What else do we have? Before we get into the actual stuff, can we talk about The Witcher, the Netflix adaptation, real quick?
Sure.
Oh my god.
Let me mute this and just play it. This is Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia. What are your thoughts on this, gentlemen? I'll give my thoughts momentarily, but what do you think about this?
I don't like it at all.
Legolas, what do your elf eyes see?
He looks like a homosexual Geralt, doesn't he?
Yes.
I mean, what's going on here?
Like Geralt is rough looking. He doesn't look rough at all.
Yeah,
Where's the
he doesn't
scar? Where's
have
everything?
he doesn't have the ruggedness. Yeah, I don't know. It just he's too.
The thing is,
Look
Henry
at this.
Henry Cavill has movies where he's looked like a rugged dude before. So it's not that it's just Henry Cavill, it's just a really fucking bad.
It's
fucking bad,
terrible.
like, hair and
Gay
makeup
Ralt.
job.
That's what chat just called. Too pretty. Karen says. Yeah, it's just not. I don't know. It just looks ridiculous. I don't know what to say. Of course, they haven't unveiled anybody but him yet. I'm waiting for Black Siri. They'll just put it over the top, probably.
Oh boy.
Booga booga, where the Witcher's at.
We was witches and shit. Oh my god, it's gonna be an epic trash fire, isn't it? I mean, I'll take it back if it ends up being okay, but I don't.
Legolas of Geralt.
It's gonna be trash.
I don't like where it's headed so far. It looks absolutely terrible, and I just happened to see this before I popped on air. He doesn't talk in the 23-second clip, but turns away from the lens to bring a small flask to his lips, tilting his head back to sip on its contents. Thank you for that description, Independent. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't like what this said. All right, we'll see. We'll take some calls on that as well. There's the Discord link. Where's his scar? Maybe give him some type of 5 o'clock shadow or something, because it's just not. It's not working out in this current iteration. I realize this is just a makeup test, but it looks like shit. I don't know.
Well, whoever tested the makeup should be fired, because
they
it's
should
bad.
test
It's
out
really
a new
fucking
line of
bad.
work. That's what they should do. How is this the first thing you put out? I don't know. This is not the way to whet the appetite of all the diehard Witcher fans. KTTK says Donga actually is in a wheelchair. Then he has a wheelchair emoji. Pylon Mountain says I'd wish for a world without shoes. Rabid Colombian says, please talk about your scariest dark web experiences. You mean when I didn't think the weed was going to show up once or twice? That'd probably be my scariest dark web experiences. But My Foreskin is Missing says, had a Grabbler costume this Halloween, went to the local bank and walked out with a load of chocolate coins. Hand rubbing intensifies. Salty Hannah says, Henry Cavill dead looks like Raiden from the Mortal Kombat movie from back in the day when he's Geralt. Actually, that is a good comparison there, I think. Let's see. Bubblegum Gun says the Grabbler spooky pasta. WD40 says we are a long time dead. Enjoy what we have while we have it. Apocalypse Lemon says they're taking Witcher to Posengard. New Age Cup says should have had Sean Bean. Is that what it says? There's a typo there, so I apologize. One more. Adanya shot. Oh, wait, Adane shot? Sorry, fucked it up. I just want to say that one of Bolsonaro's governors, the one from Rio, is going to buy a bunch of helicopters and snipe the shit out of the criminals in the city slums. He said that on live TV. Damn. They're going hard down there in Brazil. Are they gonna? I wonder if they're gonna round up the gays like they were talking about before the election.
They might. Goku will do it.
Goku will do it. Donald Trump has been absolutely going nuts on Twitter today. I don't know if you guys saw any of that. I mean, I don't know if nuts, but he's been going pretty hard with the rusty screwdriver. I guess we could put it that way.
That. I've been getting nonstop texts from fucking Trump. I've been getting nonstop emails from fucking Trump the last 3 days. Him shitting on Paul Ryan, the best thing I've seen. Oh my God. I was so happy he shit on that fucker.
Now, there was several tweets today. The first one says, so-called birthright citizenship, which cost our country billions of dollars and is very unfair to our citizens, will be ended one way or the other. Well, like how he puts that, one way or the other. It's not covered by the 14th Amendment because of the words subject to the jurisdiction thereof. Many legal scholars agree. Then he said, Harry Reid was right in 1993 before he and the Democrats went insane and started with the open borders, which brings massive crime. Then he says stuff. So he started with the open border stuff. Don't forget the nasty term anchor babies. I will keep our country safe. This case will be settled by the United States Supreme Court. Then he said, you foreshadowed there. Paul Ryan should be focusing on holding the majority rather than giving his opinions on birthright citizenship, something he knows nothing about. Our new Republican majority will work on this, closing the immigration loopholes and securing our border. Basically saying, get out of town quick, Paul. You've overstayed your welcome. Also, right. He's laying the subtext there. I don't know if you noticed that as well. It's like, you should be working on the majority just in case they lose the majority next Tuesday. I have a feeling I know where Trump's fire is going to be aimed. Do you
think about that? What the Republicans have done in the House of Representatives, they haven't done jack shit.
Yeah, and I've been saying that for years now. At this point, they squandered a lot. They squandered a lot of their capital.
Oh.
So yeah, go ahead.
Paul Ryan's been quiet as fuck the last few weeks, hasn't he? He hasn't said shit. All of a sudden now, well, maybe you shouldn't talk about doing this, Trump. It's bad. Don't do it. But
it's
the entire
time to your fucking base, like this is what people want to hear. They're pissed off because that feckless cuck Paul Ryan won't give money for the wall to be built. So, like, how are you going to motivate your base by at least giving people something they want, ending birthright citizenship?
Here's Ted Cruz. Did you see his Halloween message?
Yes, that was good.
Happy Halloween. Now, this hasn't... is this one of the original Zodiac letters? I'm not sure if this is a special... I thought maybe it was a special mix. We needed to decode it. But yeah, there's Ted Cruz there playing into the meme. If only he'd had a little bit of this comedy while he was running for president, he might have did a little bit better. But he does seem to have embraced a lot of the more funnier aspects of his candidacy in the years since. We'll see. He's up for re-election on Tuesday. I think he's going to beat Beta, but we'll see. We're doing the stream. Let me plug it again. 6:30 p.m. Eastern, a week from yesterday. So election day, election night. I'm trying to line up people as we speak. Guests will be announced as we get closer to D-Day. Decision day there. So yeah, that's good. Oh wait, let's play this Harry. Do you guys have this clip pulled up? The Harry Reid clip? Maybe I should send it. There's a couple of Trump videos. So the first one is the Harry Reid one. I'm gonna play that, and then we'll play the next one after. So there's that video. I'm gonna go ahead and start it right now.
If making it easy to be an illegal alien isn't enough, how about offering a reward for being an illegal immigrant? No sane country would do that, right? Guess again. If you break our laws by entering this country without permission and give birth to a child, we reward that child with U.S. citizenship and guarantee of full access to all public and social services this society provides. And that's a lot of services. Is it any wonder that 2/3 of the babies born at taxpayer expense at county-run hospitals in Los Angeles are born to illegal alien mothers?
Wow, where did this guy go, gentlemen?
He got yelled at.
There's
Did you hear
clip
the
after
excuse?
clip of this from old school Democrat speeches and stuff, though. This is not the only one. Obama said some similar stuff too. But yeah, go ahead.
He came out with a statement on that and said, "Oh, you know, I don't believe any of that stuff. My wife taught me better."
That's what Reed said?
Yeah, let me pull it up. Give me 1 second,
wow.
Cynthia.
His wife, he has to grab the skirt. Is that literally that was his excuse? Oh my god.
Yep.
Cock.
That is pathetic. Do we get that ready? Let's play the next one. I think you guys already have this one pulled up, right? If not, here's the link. Yeah. I'll paste it here just in case. Let's play this next one right now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please step out of the hallway.
They're fucking dead. Don't fucking break up soon, and I'll kill more.
Oh shit.
See, the only thing that fucking regret is if I can just kill two. I wish if I can kill more of those motherfuckers. I'll kill more cops soon.
Damn.
He says he wants to apply for pardon for the felony he committed. Attempt of murder.
Damn. Wow. That's a very hardball advertisement there, ladies and gentlemen. I wish that would run on TV. You think they're gonna run that one on TV?
They should.
They asked that guy. They asked, "What's his felony? Attempted murder." No big deal. A little attempted murder from a non-citizen. Of course, we should let him in, right? Michael Jones says, "What VPN app do you guys recommend?" What about you guys?
No, I use. What the hell do I use? PIA.
I use Virtual Shield, and it's not as good as PIA, but I got some crazy deal on it, so I don't use it that much, so I just went ahead and got that. PIA I used to have, though. Yeah, I used to have private internet access back in the day when I used to use it more. But yeah, I got Virtual Shield. I think James Alsop is actually, I've typed in his promo code months ago. I think I'm dead serious. That's when I fucking signed up for it. So hopefully you got a little taste off that, Alsop.
You're welcome, buddy.
Yes. Go ahead. The check's in the mail. Go ahead and collect that. Let's see. SY1990 says, which actor would you have wanted as Geralt for the Netflix series? I don't know. I'd have to think about it a little bit. I mean, Henry Cavill is, a well-known actor. He just doesn't strike me as Geralt. That's the problem with it. What about you guys? Anybody jump out at you who you would have picked?
Yeah, you know that new Kojima game? The bad guy in that? Oh,
Yes.
I forget his name. Madelson? Him.
What about you, Gator? Some chat saying
I
Mel
like that.
Gibson. That's a good choice.
Mel Gibson would actually be pretty good, but a lot of people say Sean Bean, and I do think Sean Bean would be good for that role.
Tom Hardy.
You need somebody
That wouldn't
rugged,
be bad.
somebody that looks manly.
Yeah, it's just he's too Hollywood actor-ish looking. He just doesn't have enough of an edge to him. You know what I mean? Lawrence Fishburne, I see that mentioned in the chat. Mads Mikkelsen, yeah, that's who you're talking about, I think.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that would be really good, actually. He just looks like Geralt already. This is even him in a suit, and he looks like he's about to go kill somebody. Hold on, I'll pull that up. Even there, he looks like he just got through, like, cleaning up a crime scene or some shit. Yeah, that's a good choice. All right, there we go. What else do we have? Jeff Smith says, contact Jim Goad. He interested in show. He'd be fun. Then he says, HH. Jason Gruthius says, chat worked out that Styx is Harry Potter on mushrooms. Kid A2000 says, Zidane, can you share more totally based and true stories about smashing Leafs? So cool, bro.
It was one story that Dick asked for.
Wants to hear more about your sex life.
No thanks. I overshared there anyway.
New Age Cuck says they should have hired Sean Bean, the dude from Game of Thrones, that iconic meme. One does not simply make a Witcher adaptation. Pharaoh Owen says, Ralph, I put it all on red and it came up my way. Do you, Zidane, or Gator believe in ghosts, aliens, or anything spooky? I mean, I guess, I don't know if this is a disappointing answer, but I don't actually believe in ghosts or really anything spooky.
I 100% do.
I do too.
Yeah, I just don't.
I used to lurk fucking X all the fucking time back before it kind of became nothing but shit posts.
But I love hearing
it was still
stories.
Pretty much mostly shit posts then, but there's some really good stuff.
I like hearing ghost stories and stuff like that, but I guess just because I've never really had a ghost experience or anything, so it just kind of strikes me as, I don't know. I'm open to being convinced. I just personally don't really believe in that stuff. So, but I do like listening to it. Statement by Senator Harry Reid in response to President Trump. In 1993, around the time Donald Trump was gobbling up tax-free inheritance money from his wealthy father and driving several companies into bankruptcy, I made a mistake. After I proposed that awful bill, my wife, Londra, immediately sat me down and said, Harry, what are you doing? Don't you know that my father is an immigrant? By the way, this never happened. There's zero chance that this ever happened. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just going to have to press X to doubt here. Anyway, she sat him down. She set me straight. And in my 36 years in Washington, there is no more valuable lesson I learned than the strength and power of immigrants, and no issue I worked harder on than fixing our broken immigration system. I had the privilege of learning from heroes like Astrid Silva, who came to this nation as a little girl and has emerged as a powerful leader. Immigrants are the lifeblood of our nation, blah, 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 blah. They are our strength, our power. This president wants to destroy, not build, to stoke hatred instead of unity. He can tweet whatever he wants while he sits around watching TV, but he is profoundly wrong. That was Harry Reid's response. There's no way that happened.
No. There's zero chance that actually happened.
Yeah.
How do you say that? How do you go and say, my wife sat me down?
More like Hispanics became a much bigger part of his election strategy, and he decided to change course because he liked getting reelected. I think that's more likely, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there's the Discord link. Also, I guess I should throw out the archive link, too. Let me do that. Okay. Discord, archive. Should we look? Are there people in the green room already? There are.
Yes, there are.
All right, let's try somebody. Start off early. Gibbs Pesos here on the air live on the kill stream.
Let me into your country.
No. No, deport out.
Por favor.
No. He's part of the caravan. Get him out of here.
Monday Matt is a fat faggot.
Okay, that's allowed. We'll allow that one.
You're in. Fuck it.
All right,
you made it.
Thank you. that was my imitation of Dame Pesos.
Pretty good, actually.
Not bad.
Oh, yeah. It helps that I'm Hispanic, but.
All right, you got anything else?
Yeah. Build the wall. No immigrants.
I like it. You finished off strong. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Oh man, that's the one line to get in. Monday Matt is a fat faggot. If you say that, you automatically granted citizenship.
Great. Now all 15,000 people at the fucking caravan are gonna say that once.
Booty Slayer 9000. You're on the air on the kill stream.
Hey fellas, love the show. So yeah, I saw you guys were talking about Ted Cruz earlier.
We did talk about him a little bit, yeah.
Man, it's so depressing that Trump is basically running the Republicans at this point. I've never forgiven Ted Cruz. I'm not a big Republican myself, but I don't understand why they keep picking these hills to die on, like marijuana reform and stuff like that. Like no brainers, like the Supreme Court under Obama. That's the one thing that the Republicans got out of that was legalizing gay marriage, because that was a big issue for a lot of younger people, and the Republicans don't have to talk about it anymore. You know, nobody's hating on them anymore for being against it. They, it's a freebie now. I don't
Well,
know.
some of them still do talk about it. I mean, it does seem like the Supreme Court mostly took it off the table, but I still do hear some of them talk about it.
Yeah, well, that is true. They do it a lot less. I don't know. I'm still disappointed in how the Republicans are acting.
What disappoints you?
Like I said, I'm a big marijuana advocate, and I just don't understand how the Republicans can keep talking out against it. Their platform is they're conservative. They're free. More freedom than the Democrats, but
Well, you talking about marijuana? I mean, they haven't. I mean, Sessions made some noise about stopping it, but they really haven't done it.
In terms of Ted Cruz, I'm in Texas, so Ted Cruz, is very against it. He came out.
Is like weed the one thing above everything else that you care about? Is like that's it? That's the one fucking thing? Oh my god!
Well,
my weed! No.
Personally, I plan on voting Libertarian. I don't, I'm not a Beto fan, if that's what you're asking. But that's one of my bigger issues. I'm a big marijuana guy. So,
will you smoke weed before you go to the polls?
I'll try. So yeah, that's all I had to say. I feel like, like I said, I don't know why they keep getting stuck on these small issues when, if Trump legalized weed, I mean, he'd be immortalized forever.
He's not going to get a Democrat vote, so why the fuck does it matter from that? Why would he do it? It makes no sense for him. He would get nothing.
Well, yes, he would. He would get the Democrat voters that care about that.
No. Bullshit. They still think he's a Nazi or whatever. Why do them any favors?
And if not the Democrat votes, he would garner some of the more libertarian votes, like me per se.
Texas is red right now, so I mean it's fine.
I mean it's mostly red, and I think Cruz will win, but
he's up 10%.
Well, I'm not saying he'll win, but I mean, it's a far cry from what it was.
I think what Trump has done is pretty much kept the status quo from the Obama years as far as letting states do what they want on marijuana legalization. And coming in, there was some worry that he might not do that. So I don't really see how he could be that angry with Trump for. I mean, he's not going to champion legalizing weed because it's not popular among his base. You know what I mean? So of course he's not going to take up the torch and say let's legalize weed. I mean, that's not.
Well, I think Trump did like a lot for the younger Republicans what Bernie did for, the young Democrats. I think, he spurned the older, the deep state kind of, older Republicans, that nobody really had anything in common with. He revitalized the party. There's no doubt about it. Without Trump, I mean, the Republicans would be far worse off. That's just my opinion. So that's all I really had to say. So you can sunset me.
All right, thank you, sir, for calling in. Are you gonna blaze up before you go vote, Zidane?
Fuck no. I don't. Man, like there's so many issues in the country, right? Their immigration, the economy, things that actually matter, and like how is weed the number one thing in your mind? It's such a stupid thing to be like. That's the one thing that I care about. It's not illegals pouring over the border. It's not fucking, China and their economics affecting us. It's not like, Syria or war. It's fucking weed.
Dude, weed, Lamau. Like I just.
Yeah, the whole, I mean, single issue voters, pretty much no matter what issue it is it's retarded. I try to look at candidates. Yeah. Even
imagine having to cater. Imagine having to cater to dudes that only care about like one fucking thing.
Well, dude, there are a lot of states that have legalized weed right now. I mean, and I think the trend is undeniably towards, nationwide marijuana legalization. And of course, I'm on record saying that I think that should happen. But from the Trump administration standpoint, I can't be angry with what they've done with it. I mean, they pretty much kept the status quo. They haven't tried to stop any of the states that have legalized it. Yeah, Jeff Sessions has made some noise here and there, but I can't really be mad about it. And if you look at the polling, it's not a very popular issue in the Republican Party. I think maybe 30 to 40% max support marijuana legalization on the Republican side. So of course, a mainline Republican politician is not going to take that issue up. So I don't know. It's just basic politics. But I do think Trump knows. I think if he went, balls to the wall, full drug warrior, like Jeff Sessions would like, I don't think that would be a winning strategy either. I think mostly just hold the status quo, crack down on opiates and other drugs, and just kind of keep going with what's been going. That's what I think is the best strategy. I don't know if you guys disagree on that, but
that makes sense.
I mean, he hasn't come out and said, "Oh," I think what he said was, "I'm personally against, people smoking weed," but pretty much just kept the status quo. So, and I do feel like he's put the brakes on Sessions, because if you saw some of the stuff Sessions was saying when he first got in, there was a lot of consternation that perhaps he was going to reverse the policies, and he hasn't done that. So, I can't be angry about it. Shinray says, I'd wish to send all the sand people to the sun. That would be his wish on the Dragon Balls. Cloudstar says, Paul Ron vanished for months, it seems. I forgot he existed. Someone must have sent out the cuck signal. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I've seen him in the media the last 2 or 3 months, at least not that often. He might pop up here and there. Of course, he's leaving after this election, so he's not going to be the Speaker of the House. We will have a new Speaker of the House, whether it be, oh God, just imagine Nancy Pelosi retaking that gavel. That just boggles the mind. That can't happen, can it?
Could you imagine if the Democrats were that stupid they brought back Nancy Pelosi?
Well, she's absolutely. That's why she's been hanging on, Gator, because they've gotten pummeled in election after election, and a lot of Democrats said, "You know what? It's time to get this old bitch out of here." But she keeps hanging on in the hopes that she can one day retake that gavel. Matter of fact, I'll go so far as to say, if it wasn't Nancy Pelosi at the top of their, structure there in the House, they'd probably be, looking a lot better than they're looking right now. So all you have to do is just show her ugly mug on fucking television, and that turns off, a large number of voters right there from even considering voting for the Democrat. So I just think she's not a good politician. She actively turns off people in most districts, even left-leaning districts. You're just like, ugh, Nancy Pelosi, yuck. Now, of course, she has her San Francisco area district on lock, but or Northern California.
That's the only reason that she's still in politics, really.
Well, and she commands the support of the California congressional delegation, and they have the most congressmen, I believe, out of any other state. So that's a large voting block there when it comes time to decide who's the minority leader and who's the speaker, etc. So
all the older Democrats are, behind Nancy Pelosi. Elijah Cummings praised her and said that she can be speaker for as long as she wants if they take the House.
Well, if you look at the top of their structure there, it's her, Steny Hoyer, what's the dude's name in South Carolina? Jim Clyburn. All these people are pushing 80 years old, if not already hit the old 80. It's just not exactly the young bloods there at the top of the ticket. Of course, Washington itself is pretty old, but Sloanus Law Madrowski says, Happy Ween, Ralphowitz. You can call me Coleslaw, by the way. All right, I will whenever I slither in here. Non-Polacks shouldn't torture themselves with my bullshit name. Well, I apologize. Mike Thomas says, 'Tis I, the Great Pumpkin. Tonight at midnight, I will be kicking all watermelons out of the pumpkin patch, gassing all the weeds, and stopping all tamales at the border. Vegetation war now. My foreskin is missing says, next time you're at the deli and see the bowl of bacon bits, just ask how much for the Peppa Pig jigsaw. All right, I'll read some more here in a moment. So the Candace Owens Kanye stuff is still blowing up. Have you guys been following any of this?
Candace and Tomi got into a little cat fight, apparently.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that momentarily. But there's this article. Will Summer, who's a fucking piece of shit, by the way. I think he actually follows me on Twitter. Now that I think about it, his running buddy is what's his face, Jared Holt. They kind of run run together. Usually Holt will tweet about it or say something about it, and then he'll write the article for the Daily Beast. Let me read a little bit of his article, though. Nonetheless, pro-Trump activists are fuming after Kanye West's announcement that he's distancing himself from politics, with the blame falling on two right-wing personalities, Turning Point USA's Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens, whom fellow conservatives, say used West to push their personal brands at the expense of the conservative movement. They really over-grifted that situation, says Lucian Wintrich, a former White House correspondent for Gateway Pundit. Blah, 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 blah. Along the way, Kirk and Owens rarely missed an opportunity to mention their connection to West, but Owens apparently went too far for West on Saturday when she announced a Turning Point Blexit campaign aimed at convincing black voters to leave the Democratic Party. Owens initially claimed that West had been involved in the campaign's merchandise, telling the New York Post that the bright colors on his t-shirts and the campaign's logo, a black figure with its limbs outstretched to form an X, were created by my dear friend and fellow superhero Kanye West. It doesn't seem to be much wiggle room in that comment, right?
Not even a little bit.
So I've read it many times, and I'm sitting there thinking, maybe it's misinterpreted. I guess she could always say I was misquoted. But it seems to be a very unambiguous declaration that Kanye West designed the t-shirts, right?
Yeah. That seems to be exactly what she's saying.
And longtime viewers of the show know I do have a soft spot for Candace, but I mean that comment is pretty black and white, so to speak.
One might say retarded.
Yeah. So after that, West put out his tweet saying he was used and this and that. West's exit from politics set off a flurry of despairing messages in internal group chats used by young conservatives who were watching their party lose one of its last prominent voices over a dispute about t-shirts. By the way, you're retarded if you're in DMs crying about this, because it's just it's nothing really. As far, I mean, I guess it helps to have Kanye out there, but it's more just I just do it. I just watch it and laugh at it. I mean, it's just kind of funny to see Kanye sitting in the Oval Office dropping motherfucker this, motherfucker that, just memeing with Trump. I mean, that's the part I get a kick out of. I don't really think it moves the needle in terms of electoral politics. I don't know about you gentlemen, but I don't think anybody says, "Whoop, Kanye's on board." That really, I was leaning Democrat, but I really like Jesus Walks, and now I got to vote Republican. I don't think there's too many cases of that. Do you?
No, I agree with you there. Was it hilarious to see him in the Oval Office? Yes. Do I want him back in there to do some crazy shit again? Yes. Because just Trump's face when he's talking to him, he had no idea what the fuck Kanye was saying at all. Not one
Trump's
bit.
just sitting there with a real serious look on his face, just nodding up and down. Kanye could be saying anything right now. He could be telling him the recipe on how to cook crack. Like, I mean, he doesn't even know what's going on, really. He's just like, Kanye's on some other fucking planet in another galaxy, just spinning some yarn, and Trump's just sitting there very stone-faced, serious, just, It was interesting. I don't know if we'll have it. Now, Candace ruined it, apparently. No, I'm just...
She might have, actually.
Go ahead, Gator.
Kanye moved the needle just a little bit, but not enough to really make a huge difference. I mean, it's kind of like... it's a gimmick.
It's a sideshow attraction, and I love those. Those are fun, and I talk about them often. But in terms of actually, moving the needle, getting people elected, I don't really think that's likely. Let's see. Today was a setback for everybody, says activist Ali Alexander, who advises a PAC bankrolled by the wealthy pro-Trump Mercer family. Is that Ali? Dude, that's not the same guy, is it? I thought his name was something else. No, it is that guy. He has me blocked from like 5 years ago. I don't even know what I tweeted at that guy. I think I called him a cuck or something. But he has me blocked from years ago. Not that I ever cared, because his takes are pretty, I mean, you're not really missing anything that exciting. But that's that guy. Do I have a picture of him? Hold on. This is the guy who was sorry, I'm cracking myself up looking at these photos. Let me pull up. What does he look like? He looks like retarded Sammy Davis Jr. or some shit. Like what? I've never really. I've never really noticed this, but he does, doesn't he? Hold on, let me pull his face up.
You're not wrong.
This is a free advertisement for his Patreon, but I had to just to show you how much he looks like retarded Sammy Davis. Sammy Davis had a kid with one of these fucking road rats somewhere down the line. I'm not sure if the dates match up or not, but he does, doesn't he? Look at his face.
Oh no.
Like he's about to start talking about Dino and the Rat Pack and shit. I'm not the only one who sees this, right? No, chat sees it too now. He really does. What is it? I'm trying to think of a Sammy Davis song. I mostly know Dean Martin songs. We'll call him Scammy Davis Jr. That's what we'll call him.
I like it.
Scammy Davis. All right. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Even the hair looks like Sammy Davis. My God. Horseface. Somebody. I don't know if a Horseface just popped up randomly. The Candy Man. AIDS Davis Jr. No. Oh, thank you, chat. Apple Fritter says, slay the mud goblins. Let's see. Mace Dindu says, this is Dildo Ween. This is Dildo Ween. Okay, Mace. Diablo Samurai 1985 says, it's Halloween. I was expecting the Undertaker theme to open the show. You know what? That was a missed opportunity. The reason I did the Dragon Ball thing is because it cracked me up, and Zidane had posted it in our chat a few hours earlier, so I was like, I'll just splice that together for the opening. Maybe I could still play it for the outro though. Maybe we'll do that.
You could.
Yeah. Red Knuckle says Molvad is a better VPN than any mentioned. I'm not familiar with that one. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad off the top of the Google search results. Let's do a little more research. Like I said, I paid for like 4 years with this shit. Hopefully the company doesn't go bankrupt. If they do, I will be asking you for my refund personally, Mr. James Alsop. Do not let them go bankrupt. Greggins, the guy, says Mads Mikkelsen played an excellent Hannibal in a series. It's one of the best series out there. Aaron Shadow says Wild Smile recommended to get on Gab on Twitter to come on the kill stream. Will you guys set this up? We absolutely would set this up. We would love to have Andrew Torba on the kill stream. He's been on the heel stream momentarily. He did dip out a little early, but that's understandable with the discussion that was going on. Yeah, we would love to have him on. Hopefully that can happen. He did say on Twitter, I think, that Gab's going to relaunch this weekend, right? Is that what I read?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Now, it hasn't happened yet, but...
I think it's taking time to migrate everything over, so it needs like the weekend
Well,
to do
yeah,
it.
I've had to migrate a site much smaller than Gab, and it can be a real pain in the ass, so I know exactly how that goes. I should say I didn't migrate. I had somebody who knew what they were doing migrate. But I did have to do it myself one time, and that didn't work out that great. The site was still working, but it was some problems there. Mudtrack says there are more pressing issues than weed right now. I would agree with that, and I'm like I said, I'm a big legalization person, but there's a lot more stuff important than that. Particularly when there are states you can go to where you can smoke weed legally now. So just try to relocate. I think the trend is definitely towards legalization and decriminalization. So. I'm not mad at anything Trump's done on that issue. I didn't expect him to get in there and start fucking blazing up and smoking doobies with Harold and Kumar and shit like that. I didn't expect that. I'm fine with him just holding the status quo. Alexander Groh Hamilton says, get this fake Texan the fuck out of here. Austin and Houston isn't Texas. You'll be purged with the Californians. Should have said ain't Texas. That would have really put it over the top. Kazimir Ivanovich says, get him, Zidane. Guns Down in Hell says, 420 blaze it because that's all I want, brother. All right. Let me get retarded Sammy off the screen. I'll read a little bit more of this. They burned Kanye for clicks, clout, and fame. Owens apologized to West in a statement on Wednesday saying she was to blame for this t-shirt fight. There is that statement. I'm not going to read it all, but it was very long. She says, his tweets were aimed at me and only me, rightfully for my personal failings. I bear full responsibility. She says, I would like to publicly apologize to President Trump as I know that Kanye's tweets were rapidly misinterpreted as a shot to his administration. That's Candace's statement. Now here goes Tomi Lahren? Lauren, right? You say it Lauren, right?
Tomi Lahren, yeah.
Lahren, is it?
Tomi
I said
Lahren,
Lauren.
yeah.
Oh.
Lauren? Just the blonde bitch. How about we call her that? Tomi. We'll just call her Tomi. How about that? Are you going to turn on Kanye now? The ship was doomed to sink from the start, but hunger for fame and money was placed over the movement. Funny how he was a free thinker before and now he's a traitor. Sounds a lot like a tactic of the left. You made your bed, now lie in it. A tactic of the left. That sounds suspiciously like Sargonism there. You're using left-wing tactics. How dare you? Although I will say some of the turning point stuff, it does get a little... It grates on you a little bit, doesn't it? I can see doing it for trolling, but some of these people, I don't know, they take it a little serious, and I just can't. Like the whole Blexit thing, I don't know if we should show that video from Candace's Twitter where they're whooping and hollering.
Yes.
Have you seen that video?
I have not, but I want to see it now. If there's whooping and hollering, definitely need to see it.
Now, I had the sound turned off, but there appeared to be some whooping and hollering going on. All right, why not? Why not? It's not that long. Originally, I was going to play it, but I guess we will. As I said, Candace Owens, friend of the I don't know if necessarily the kill stream, but she was a friend of mine back in the day. Actually, still follows me on Twitter. Let's play it. It's only 12 seconds. Let's play it right now.
We gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. We gonna be alright.
That's right.
We gonna be alright.
All right, there's the clip. Like I said, originally I wasn't gonna play that, but there you have it.
That's so bad. Oh my God, why?
Yeah. It doesn't strike me right. Let's just put it that way. But you know what does strike me right? A cat fight between these two. Candace Owens responded, says, Tomi, I think I can speak on behalf of people on both sides of the political aisle and say we are sorry about your failed career. The desperation to be relevant again by constantly subbing me, subtweeting, I believe, and or attacking Kathy Griffin weekly doesn't bode well for any movement. Grow up. And then Tomi says, I'm talking about leftist tactics, conservative ideas, and failure of identity politics. Now, again, this could be Sargon. This could be straight out of Sargon's fucking mouth right here. It's exactly what he says. Now, again, there is some cringy aspects to the turning point stuff and the whole based black thing. I understand that. But just the wholesale rejection of all identity politics is retarded. Right? I feel like it's retarded.
All politics is identity politics.
Yeah, exactly. So to just say, oh, you know, identity politics, how dare you? Well, no, I mean, actually, there is some benefit into playing identity politics. And I'm not even necessarily against everything Turning Point's doing. I just think sometimes it comes off as, like, really cringe. That's the only thing I'm saying. Here we go. Let's read it again. I'm talking about leftist tactics, conservative ideas, and failure of identity politics. You are talking about me. If you're trying to bait me into some Twitter war, it's not going to work. It's not about us. You can threaten me or lob low blows about my career, but I'm not playing. Yes, the exemplar of principles there. And then here we go. I didn't see this one at first. Candace says, you've taken about 30 swipes at myself, Charlie, and TPUSA over the course of the last 8 months. You're too much of a coward to at anybody, and now you play victim. You're a vile human being behind closed doors and an intellectually bankrupt one in front of the cameras. And then apparently, I didn't see this. There was another quote. There was a quote in this article. Owen shot back by calling Lauren a has-been and threatened to release messages from Lauren that she claimed would have ended her non-career. Now, I haven't seen... did she delete that tweet or... because I didn't see that one. Maybe she deleted it. I'm not sure. If so, Mr. Summer, you might want to archive the tweets here. I was asleep, so I didn't see it, but you're the guy who wrote this up, and for you not to have that, at least a screenshot, is pretty pathetic. I guess that's what passes for quality there at the Daily Beast. How do you not have that? How do you make that claim in an article and not have that fucking tweet?
That's writing 101, isn't it?
It's pathetic. If anything, you can't make that claim or be like, well, people said, or shortly before she deleted it, or you have to have some type of clarification there. It's just not. It's just pathetic. And I went and looked on Twitter. It's not there as far as I can tell. Now, she very well might have deleted it. But, I mean, I'm assuming, maybe I'm giving this guy a little too much credit, but I'm assuming that it was at least said at one point or another. Devin James in the regular chat says, women need to stay out of politics. Is this a prime example of that?
Yeah.
Yes.
It really is.
I'm just setting you guys up there. I didn't expect any other answer. All right, let's try. Let's try caller Apocalypse Lemon. You're on the air on the kill stream.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. Just talking about cat fights and all other crazy shit.
Bitches be cray.
Yeah, this is the best example of why women shouldn't vote. They took basically a non-issue and they blew it up into the public eye as a fucking massive problem and made basically the entire right look like. I don't know what the fuck you would even think to do that shit. It's over. Move on. Who cares? It's stupid. It's Kanye West. Who gives a fuck?
Well, yeah, it was just something funny in the first place. It wasn't, oh, we're gonna change the world because some rapper came out and was, vaguely pro-Trump. And even then with some of the stuff, he's like, well, I agree with Emma Gonzalez on this and that. So it wasn't like he went, full fucking right wing or something. He basically just said, I like Trump. I like some of his ideas. I like what he's doing for the economy. And
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't like some fucking like pinnacle of our cause built to save us from the dirty degenerate left. No, he's just like a guy who's a rapper who likes kind of likes Donald Trump, which by the way, a lot of rappers like Trump. That's a big thing from before he was president. There's a whole bunch of songs and shit written about him. So it's not even weird. It's just, it's not even weird. It's just like a thing that happened. He's rich and he's got his name on shit. That's exactly what rappers like.
And Kanye, let's face it, is a little bit unstable.
I honestly thought he was retarded until someone told me that he wasn't. Like, no, he looks like an autistic kid. He's got that weird mouth thing going on, and he's good at music. Like, he's really good, apparently, at music theory, but he can't talk. That screams autism to me. I thought he was.
Maybe he is.
Yeah, like, he looks autistic. He talks like an autistic person. I just assumed, but someone told me that he got tested or something, and he wasn't, so whatever. I guess, who cares? Again, who cares? It's fucking... My big thing is that weed kid. Look,
okay, go ahead.
Motherfucker. There's this, as a person who's been on the right for a long time, I've watched a lot of people from the left move over because they are tired of getting called racist or whatever. And about 90% of them settled into the libertarian camp where it's like, well, of course I want gay marriage and weed and all this shit that the left wants. I'm on the right wing now. Go fuck yourself. Move to fucking Colorado. Don't turn Texas into California, you dumb piece of shit. That's why we have states with different laws. You don't need to turn the entire country into your fucking playground because you want to do something. Go to a place where people think like you. Don't turn the place you're into a place that thinks like you. That's what the fuck happened to California. That's what the fuck happened everywhere else. It's ruining everything. If you want to jump ship on your bullshit fucking political theory, go somewhere where it's full of those people and don't fuck up anywhere else. It's bad enough that California is bleeding in every other fucking state. I'm so tired of this shit. I'm so tired of it. Stay within your fucking lane. Go somewhere where people think like you and stop fucking it up for everyone else.
I think you just echoed, judging by the chat reaction, I think you just echoed a lot of what chat was saying there.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. I live in Northern California, the place that used to be pretty hardcore Republican until it became a spillover zone for the Bay Area. It's a fucking nightmare. They've destroyed everything. It's just awful. And it's all these people that are like, well, I'm not as far left as the people down there. Yeah, you're still pretty fucking far left. All right, get the fuck out of my yard. I don't want to talk to you. It's horrible. I can't stand these people.
Get off my lawn, you dirty Mexican.
Yeah, exactly. Well, except for up here, it's blacks. They moved like 7,000 black people up here in a year. So whatever. It's fucking horrible.
Get out of my yard.
Get the fuck off my property. I'm a legitimate, like, I'm not a libertarian. I'm just a far right conservative. But I understand the old libertarians. Get the fuck off my property or I'll shoot you. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, please. No, actually, come onto my property. I want to shoot you.
You got anything else, caller?
Yeah, women shouldn't vote and stay the fucking California or where the fuck that faggot was. Sunset me.
Thank you, Apocalypse. Appreciate it. All right. Chat really liked that call.
I think he killed it.
I think he did too. All right, let's try. Should we just go ahead? We have, so I guess that's the long and short of the Candace Tomi dispute. I'm looking through my list of stories here. Before we play Lauren Southern's thing, that I haven't seen that yet. It's a sneak peek of her new movie. I haven't seen it. Can we talk about this story? I think I put it. Did I post it in the chat? 2 passenger sparks outrage after painting his face black for Halloween costume. This is in London, by the way. And is it just me, or does he look like Ali? He looks like the retarded Sammy Davis guy almost, doesn't he? Maybe a slight shade darker. Not that much darker, though.
Gator's right. He's the pool's clothes guy.
You're right. I was about to say, he looks like he's praising Lord Afro Duck.
He's bringing it back.
Let's read some of this. A video has emerged of a man traveling on the London Underground wearing a black painted face. When the guy was quizzed about his choice of costume by another passenger, he defended himself and answered, "Why not?" Good. That's a good question. The man, who wore a black curly wig and suit along with the face paint, defended himself by shrugging and denying that there was a problem. Look at his face right there. A woman told him, "It's a bit racist that you put black makeup on." She went on to try and explain what the problem was with a Halloween costume like the one he was wearing. Video footage of the altercation, which took place on the Central Line, was posted onto Twitter with the caption, "It's 2018. How is this still happening?" It's current year, ladies and gentlemen. According to the Metro, people believe the man was attempting to dress up as Samuel L. Jackson's character, Jules Winfield, in Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I guess I can see that a little bit. A woman responded to the initial tweet saying his shrug of the shoulders and utter nonchalance with the woman next to him looking bemused is probably the most scary thing. It's scary! It's scary! The most scary thing about this video. Hashtag it's 2018. Hashtag white privilege. Scary! He's scaring people with this costume. Oh my God.
He just wants to warn people about the AIDS in the pool. What's racist about that?
Another called for people to react with violence. Too much Twitter do your thing and not enough, drapesing? Drapesing man out of his seat and fisting him up. Wow. Before adding, sometimes that's the only way these people listen, because he's never been banged in the face. That's why he feels confident enough to go out in public like this without fear of consequences. It's a necessary evil, man. So just outright saying, just beat this guy's ass on Twitter. I'm sure that will change his opinion of blacks if a few of them just beat his ass. Wow, big brain suggestion there. Should we play this video? I haven't actually seen the video portion. I just saw the thing. Let's go ahead and play it right now. Oh, is it actually going to play? Wow, good. Oh, there it goes. By the way, he's drunk as shit right now, I think. Look! Why not? Dude just says, why not? What's the big deal here? Look at the look on his face right there.
He just does not give a shit.
No fucks given. And look at the white woman's face. She knows this is going to be all over Twitter, and she's just like, God damn it. Why am I sitting next to this guy?
She's like, I'm going to be up for all the wrong reasons.
This is going to be all over Twitter by the morning. Why does this happen to sit next? Or is that his girlfriend? I don't know. Possibly. Gator, would you ever wear blackface?
Absolutely. I'd have to wear an afro, though.
Have you ever worn blackface?
No, I actually haven't.
I don't think I have either.
I might just do it now.
Yeah. The starting trends here. Let's see. I do see some super chats. Ozzy Mandia says, if GOP legalized weed, you get your 2 out of 10 AA. That's true. HH says, if Trump legalized weed, it would still be better than hashtag Gamergate 2.0. Woke Center Left says, Ralph, I'm a single issue voter on gun rights. Fight me IRL. Yeah, I mean, there are some, but as far, I don't know, maybe on the most serious topics, but the whole single issue voter thing, I can't really get behind. Although on something like guns, I could see, that being a very important issue, but even still. Alexandros Kateches says, if you're white and not voting Republican, please fall off your horse, sunset this low IQ Joe Rogan, and take his coat. Strix Various says, I can't thrive without it. I'd just be on a ball of pain, hiding from people all the time. Otherwise, it's that important to some people. Hashtag legalize it. Lord Akira says, guys, start a GoFundMe so I can visit my friend in Oakland and we'll fill bags of flaming feces to hurl at her residence in San Francisco. Siri Say My Name says, Blue Wave is coming. Stop deluding yourselves. The only issue is how bad it's going to be. Go vote. Doesn't matter where you are. Go vote. I don't think it's going to be a wave, actually. Even if the Dems do well, I think it's going to be more like a trickle, and they might barely take the House. Again, if I'm wrong, we'll see in less than a week now. But that's my prediction. I last night I said I think they're going to fall just short in the House. But even if they do take the House, I don't think it's going to be by some massive margin. And honestly, it might be, when you think about it, it might be better for Trump in the long run if they do take one of the branches, because if it's the House, they still won't be able to stop, federal judgeships and cabinet appointments. They will have subpoena power, so there's a problem there, with investigations and stuff. But at least if they take part of the House, he'll have them to be able to blame. You know what I mean? It'll be much easier to blame them. Let's say, well, look, we got these Democrats in the House here. They're not going along, and so that would be something to play into 2020. So I don't even necessarily think it would be a bad thing if they did take the House. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I don't want to give them a single goddamn.
That's true.
Fuck them.
That's true. But I'm just saying, if they did, why not necessarily be a bad thing? Go ahead.
Well, if they get the House, there will be no bills that will be passed. Nothing will get passed. That's the problem.
Well, there aren't that many bills being passed now.
True, but there'll be zero then. And then you'll have to cut deals with them to make sure that they get something that they want in order to get something that you
government
need
and
passed.
stuff like that. Yeah. They already have to cut deals with them to fund the government, though.
Yeah, because some Republicans are dodgy as fuck. But then you don't have. It's rough. Will it be beneficial in 2020 election? I think so. I think there you're right. If he says, "Well, look at the Democrats. They didn't let me do anything. They got the House, and they've been railroading me the entire time."
Yeah. And again, I'm not suggesting just give them the House. Just say, "Oh, great, let them have the House." I'm just saying, if they did take the House, looking at how it will play, I'm not sure it'll be the worst thing ever. Now, if they took the House and Senate, that would be terrible. And especially the Senate. The Senate's very important. If they took the Senate, that would be disaster.
They're not winning the Senate.
I don't think so either, but I'm just saying, if they actually did, that would be pretty bad. Cloudstar says, I'm pretty sure during the debates and a few other times, Trump said he was okay with medical marijuana. Yes, I believe that's accurate. Jason Gruthia says, fake MAGAs is a thing. Kanye just calling them out. Lord Akira says, Turning Point USA is notorious for this kind of nonsense, though. I remember all my friends in CR, I believe that's college Republicans, belly aching about their antics before I graduated. Sheckelmeister says, look at Owens' history and her previous attempt to make a doxing app and her connection to the neocons and Jordan Peterson's. She is a chosen plant. Michael Sinton says,
the problem with
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll say after you're done with Super Chats.
No, go ahead. Just fine. Interrupt me. No, it doesn't matter. I was just going to read the next one. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the thing about Turning Point USA is they go on to college campuses, and a lot of times they compete directly with college Republican groups. I know because I've worked against and with Turning Point. And in places where the CRs work with them, they try to practically take over the CRs and try to tell you what to do. When you're working against them, a lot of times they will directly try to compete with you for funding from your campus student government. Of course, that's assuming that where you're at will actually let them on. We've had an incident in the past where Turning Point people tried to stage a coup effectively and bring in a bunch of people to vote in an election in which nobody was a member, but they didn't know the fact that you had to be a member of the college Republicans to actually vote in the election. So I have I don't like Turning Point. I have a lot of issues with Turning Point based in the past from shit they've done. And most of them are they're effectively like Sargonite cucks, basically. They're not even really Republicans. They don't really support the Republican Party that much. They're just in it for libertarianism. And that's pretty much all they are.
All right, another super chat. Where was that? Let's see. Michael Sinton says Kanye's back on the plantation. Sad. Could I get a Discord link? By the way, love the show, guys. Keep it up. Yes, you can get a Discord link. There it is. Diablo Samurai 1985 says late to the stream, but I'd take Nick Cage over Cavill as Geralt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nick Cage. I didn't think about Nick Cage as Geralt, but yeah, I would take him over Cavill just for the facial expressions alone. Red Knuckle says, see that one privacysite.net VPN comparison chart. All right, we'll check that out. Old Angry Normie says, Ali Alexander, I know you'd like to think your shit don't stink, but if you lean a little bit closer, you'll see that roses really smell like poo-poo. Nice Andre 3000 quote there. Earl Chase says, Ralph, would you laugh if Tonka Trunk got disqualified for using a foreign object in his fight with Andy? I absolutely would laugh at that, yes. I would laugh heartily if he went for the old steel chain in the trunks. That's the old Memphis gimmick there. Pull the steel chain out, drop it back in. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Vito, I'm assuming that won't be allowed in the fight. So yeah. Vito Man says Treasure would be proud. Oh, Treasure. New Age Cuck says we gonna be all alt-right. Woo. Mike Thomas says my best friends from high school, James and his brother Tom, disavowed me for being alt-right. Can I get a R the Donald squeak for my paused friends? There you go. Woke Center Left says, Ralph, I'm a single issue voter on the Second Amendment. Fight me IRL. I'm not going to fight you over it. I said I understand what you're saying, but that I just generally try not to do the one issue thing. Now, if the one issue is, you know, that big or something like War and Peace or something like that, yeah, I can understand. But Beto O'Rourke is on record wanting to ban ARs. That's all I needed to hear. Fair point. House Ivan says, Tommy only understands one language, beatings. Should we do a smash or pass for Tommy? Press 1 to smash, press 2 to pass. We'll throw it to the panel. What about you, Gator?
I know way too many chicks like her. I'm gonna pass.
I'm not sure I believe you, but what about you?
I don't believe him.
Yes.
A 1.
Dude, all chicks in CRs are basically Tomi Lahren.
You don't have to marry her.
Yeah.
This isn't a marry.
I didn't say put a ring on her finger.
You can say you're mundane Matt. It's fine.
But you gotta know the fucking culture of CRs, dude. Chicks like Tomi Lahren get passed the fuck around these organizations.
You think she's had her fair share of the cock carousel?
100%.
Gator of the deep lore.
I won't answer because I'm married. So I guess we could do one for Candace too. To be fair,
pass.
Since the hardcore pass,
hardcore pass on Candace. So 1 for smash Candace, 2 for pass. We'll see how that goes too. I see Jeff Smith says not bareback. That's a nice qualifier there. Not bareback. I see Negro Joe put 2s for both of them. All right, let's play this. I haven't seen this yet. Lauren Southern, sneak peek, Borderless. I mean, I guess Lauren Southern smash or pass? Should we just do that now too?
100% smash.
We're in a smash or pass cycle that we can't get out of. What about you, Zidane?
Yeah.
Think that's a smash?
Yeah.
Chat, I'm seeing it once. Negro Joe, that got the 1 out. He got the 1 out for that. All right. I'm seeing, I think that seems to be most 1s for her. JL says, how about both? Oh, fair point. All right, let's play it. Do you guys have it pulled up or?
Yes.
All right, let's hit it. It's 5 minutes. Let's hit it right now.
So we've been on the road for about 6 weeks now, all over Europe and outside of Europe. We started our journey here in Lesbos, Greece, where you have one of the largest migrant camps in all of Europe called Moria, and also some of the most active NGOs, which we decided to infiltrate during our visit. We then took a boat over to the coastline of Turkey, and night after night stayed up and tried to find the migrants getting onto the ships to Europe. From there, we drove up to the Turkish-Bulgarian border.
Lesbos?
We were actually arrested and detained for 10 hours, but you'll hear a bit more about that in the documentary. We then flew over to Bulgaria, where we met with a militia who see their work as guarding the front door to Europe and all of Europe's future. We then flew from Bulgaria over to Brussels, where we met with very politicians who are making or breaking this mass migration crisis. From Brussels, we took a train down to Paris, where we wanted to find out exactly what happens when these migrants actually get to the cities and the countries that they are so desperately trying to come to, and just how this is affecting the culture of these places and how it is changing the landscape. From Paris, we flew down to the southernmost tip of Spain, which has become a hotbed for migration
Spanish
since
tip.
Salvini and the Italians closed down their shorelines. Then from Spain, we went down to Morocco and spent days and nights just patrolling the coastline and trying to find exactly where these boats are coming from and who is responsible. And in fact, we did get one of the first ever interviews with a human trafficker. It has been a crazy adventure, and it's not even done yet, but I'm very excited to tell you that we're about to give you a great sneak peek of our upcoming documentary, Borderless.
Da, 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 da. Give us the peek. I bet chat wants a peek, if you know what I mean. Is this Tomb Raider? What happened here? Lord, no!
They're refugees?
Open the door.
Let's follow them down.
Open the door.
Chicka chicka wow. Thriller music. Oh, having a little smoke, eh? Spooky! Somebody called it Womb Raider. Lauren Croft takes you deeper than you ever thought you could go. In the hit new documentary, Borderless. Oh wait, there's still a minute left.
I just wanted to say a huge thank you to those who have supported and made this project possible so far. There's still a long way to go with editing and a few more locations we want to visit, and we have really, every dime that has been donated to us, it has gone into improving the quality, it has gone into intensive research, getting fixers, making sure Borderless is completely phenomenal and above all the other content that you've seen on this platform.
How many of the chat were actually masturbating during the promo, I wonder?
There's so much we really want to do. There are more stories we want to
Hopefully not any, because
there are more traffickers,
then I have to think about my
NGOs,
voice being,
all of
oh,
this
don't.
we want to look into and expose. But we can only do that with your support. So if you want to help make this project possible, please check out the links below to see how you can support the Borderless project.
The chat really likes that
exposing
turtleneck.
the truth of the migrant crisis in Europe. Thank you so much once again, and I hope you enjoyed.
What do you think of the turtleneck?
I like it too. Angle front.
There you have it. There's the promo for Borderless. Why couldn't it be Pantyless instead? Maybe it was. Maybe it was. We just didn't know. Should I stop now or should I just keep? I don't know. I should probably stop.
Nora's like sharpening her spoon collection since they don't let them have forks.
I just got a message. Go on if you want to die. That was a message.
Fucking called it.
Where am I at here? Okay. The Flush says Tommy's a former party slut paid to look good. Pretty much what Gator said, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Jonathan Lewis says, say "la blow blows" 5 times fast. La blow blows, la blow blows, la blow blows, la blow blows, la blow blows. There you go. LM says, LOL, Ralph the Black Knight. Owens is a scammer, obviously. Well, I look, I respect people's differing opinions on Candace. I like her because she got her start on my channel, and she was nice to me, so that's why I like her. I'm fully out front with that, by the way. It's not a hidden agenda there. I've said this many times. Yummy Nuke says, howdy y'all, happy Halloween. Currently pounding down some whiskey and hard cider. Hope you have a great night too. I'm having a sober Halloween so far. Saving a couple drinks for after the show. Trying to drink after the show. Or should I just continue getting wasted during the show? I'm not sure. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. It's hit or miss. Be the best way to describe it. Kid A2000 says, get Nick Fuentes back on. He's one of the few intellectuals left on YouTube. Yeah, I was going to check in to see if he wanted to pop on. I don't know if he's doing his own thing on election night, but maybe if he wants to pop in. Because we're going long. We're going long on election night. Until they call. Night. Yeah, until they make calls on the House and Senate, we're going to be on the air. That's my idea. So, what do you think about that?
Chat was responding to your comment about never missing. Says, I guess you never miss, huh?
Woke Center Left says, according to a Fox News poll, 46% of Republicans support legalizing dank. The rest oppose individual liberty and are advocating for big government. Oh, so that's a little higher than I thought, even 46%. Now, it's not as high as it is on the Democratic side, but yeah, that's higher than I thought. That's why I say, I mean, marijuana is going to be legalized in this country sooner or later. Now, it might be later, but it's definitely going to happen. So, I mean, you can be for that or against that. I'm just telling you, that's going to happen. It's happening now. So, Critro says, too damn spoopy for 2018. Call the Ghostbusters. Bright Root says, plot twist, he's trans black and is just trying to be the race he is deep down. Black lady just internally racist against her own kind, obviously. J Mart says, a black speaking with British accent to a guy in blackface about cultural appropriation. Define irony 2018. That's a fair point. Very fair point. Laser Person says, you need to fight him. It is the way of things. Just kidding. That's silly. Old Angry Normie says, Tommy is pro-choice. She's been around. How many abortions do you think Tommy's had? Over, under? Let's put the over under at 4. Do you think it's under or over 4 abortions?
I'm gonna say over.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say over as well.
The over? You're taking the over? That's easy money, isn't it?
It is. It's free money.
What about you, chat? Chat's taking the under. I'm seeing a lot of overs though. Are we counting Plan B in this as well? If we're counting Plan B, we might have to put it at 10.
If we do Plan B, then oh boy, we have to consult actual Vegas odds makers.
We'll have to get the handicappers. We'll have to, reconstitute our number there. I don't think 5's gonna do it if Plan B is counted. We're talking actual abortions. I don't know. Does that count the abortion pill too? I'm not sure. I'm starting to think that 5 number was much too, or 4. That was much too low. Earl Chases, does Gator think the frogs are gay? What do you think, Gator? Are the frogs gay?
Depends on where you're at. It depends on if they're putting chemicals in the water.
Fair point.
All
All
I
right.
do know is
Go
that
ahead.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Who does like that? I think I know one person who likes it.
You don't have the balls to suck a dick.
Oh, there's Bronx. And this allows me to play a couple of the clips that I have on my soundboard. Here goes another one.
You wicked, wicked devil!
That's who likes it. Only wicked, wicked devils like frogs being turned into homosexual frogs. All right, let's take a caller. Where are we at? I don't think I've seen this person call in a while. Let's try him. Anthony Johnson, you're on the air on the kill stream.
1 second.
Okay.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Happy Halloween. How you doing?
Oh, looking forward to this midterm. How shitty is it going to be if the Democrats actually pull this off?
It's gonna be fairly shitty. I don't know that it's the end of the world though. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shit talk coming from left wing Twitter and places like that. But again, I still say that if they win the House, it's not the preferable outcome. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's going to be this end all be all. It's just going to be split government, which we've had many times before, and it's going to allow Trump and the Republicans to more credibly blame the Democrats for shit not getting done. So,
yeah, I mean, it's not going to be like you said the worst thing to ever happen, but it's still going to be like a huge setback. But the other thing, the 14th Amendment thing that Trump is talking about, is anyone else pretty excited to see birthright citizenship in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's taking that up. Yeah, definitely. I'm very excited. Now, I don't know if it's going to, take off. Or I just hope he signs the order because I want to get this in front of the Supreme Court.
Than just a tweet this time. That'll be great. So
yeah, don't just talk about it, be about it. Just go ahead and do it. So and I said this last night. They did the same thing with the social media stuff last month. Just put that shit. Just go sign it. You don't have to float it. You talked about it. Okay, now sign the order. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see articles about it. The articles I want to see is after he's fucking signed it, and then all these people on Twitter crying like they were crying about the trannies a couple weeks ago. That's what I want to see. Not, rumors say this or we're working on this. No, just fucking sign it.
He was talking about it today, too.
Yeah. Well, that's what leads me to believe that he's actually, at least possibly going to do it. So he was personally talking about it. I don't think he personally, the stuff about the social media executive order was floated by sources in the White House and stuff. I don't know that Trump ever personally mentioned the executive order aspect of that. So
no, he didn't.
Yeah.
Not that I remember.
If he was smart, he would actually sign it, because if actually getting legislation to pass right before a midterm, that would just like boost his numbers incredibly, probably.
Well, I mean, as far as all he has to do is sign a fucking piece of paper for an executive order. Obviously, no legislation is going to get passed before the week before the election. Like they're all out campaigning anyway. They're not even there. I'm pretty sure they're in recess. So. There's nothing going to be passed, even much less a week before the election, 2 months before the election, 6 months probably even. Nothing really gets through. So,
well, that's all I got, guys. So have a good night.
All right, thank you, sir.
Later, man.
All right, let's see. What is this? Somebody just linked me in chat. Should I play this?
What is it?
I didn't see this. It says Obama babbles like an effeminate clown. Should I play that? Beta male alert.
I don't know, but it sounds amazing.
You're breaking up, by the way, Gator. Oh, damn, I just closed my... There we go. Back up. Okay, let's play it. Why not? Random selection from the chat. Why not? Let's play it right now.
That's the
Damn,
thing.
it's really low, though.
That is the most important thing in this election. Not healthcare, not whether or not folks are able to retire, not doing something about higher wages or rebuilding our roads and bridges and putting people back to work. Suddenly, it's this group of folks, we don't even know where they are. They're way down there.
This is a strange clip.
That's the biggest thing. And you know, as soon as the election's over,
Is he high?
everybody will be like, what happened? We were being invaded. Where'd it go? And you know what? It would be funny, except they do it every time, and too often
He's
it
either
works.
high or he's coming off of something, seems like.
Everybody gets all freaked out. And we got to stop falling for this stuff. We're like Charlie Brown with football.
He's being possessed by the spirit of Bill Cosby.
Don't be hoodwinked.
But your mic's still crackling.
Don't fall for that kind of fear-mongering.
Is that a little Cosby's Jesus juice? Or the fuck? Or was that Michael Jackson that had the Jesus juice? I'm not sure. I get the sex offenders mixed up sometimes, but random.
Oh, razzle dazzle.
Let's see. Suck Havat says United States of Smash. Gulf City Librarian says long term it's better to get a DNC house. This facilitates the death of the DNC either politically or literally. I want nothing more. I guess I'm just looking for silver line. I mean, obviously, best case scenario is the Republicans kill it on Tuesday, keep control of both chambers. But I still think if the Dems somehow do get the House, it's not the end of the world. By the way, should we check in on Nate Silver's prediction? 85.3%, 6-7 chance that the Democrats take the House. He's only putting it at 1-7 chance for Republicans, or 14.7%. I just
said
think
84 yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was 84 yesterday. It's 85.3. Yeah, it's 85.3 today. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. His numbers are usually off. So we'll see.
Cooking the books? Is that what you're suggesting?
Well, he's never. How many times has he actually been right?
So I guess he had a good run. What was it, 2012? Isn't that where he got his notoriety out, Gator? I think it was 2012 when he blew up. Because he predicted, I think he predicted all the Senate races except one or something like that. And I think he had most of Obama's map. He had predicted it. Like, I think he might have predicted the whole map, actually.
He did, actually. There were a lot of, especially I remember at the time, there were a lot of Republicans talking about the viability of Mitt Romney as a candidate, saying that he was basically like the perfect storm for the GOP because he was like this well-spoken, moderate guy from a blue state that was the governor. And like, they couldn't stop talking about how electable Mitt Romney was. And so a lot of the Republicans were looking at this. Yeah, they were looking at the stuff Nate Silver was releasing, and they were like, oh, this is obviously BS, and he's just cooking the books. And then when it came time and they looked at it, because a lot of Republicans also thought that the Obama coalition wouldn't show back up either, and then they did.
Mitt Romney was a terrible candidate.
Absolutely, 100% was the worst possible candidate you could have picked.
The only one even comparable is Hillary Clinton herself. But yeah, go ahead.
John McCain.
Yeah, but even John McCain, no, I would say Romney. I mean, I know Romney had a better showing in terms of the election, but in terms of actual like political skill, Romney sucks. He really sucks. He's like a used car salesman. He's just so greasy. Like I don't think he has it.
And if people weren't turned off by him being a Mormon, they were turned off by, like Ralph said, the like greasy used car salesman attitude that he had. It always seemed like he was trying to scam you out of something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's trying to sell you something that you don't want through any fucking trick possible. I just saw somebody. By the way, watch this video and tell me what you think of it, because I haven't got a chance to see it. Somebody told me to play this. I guess it is sort of on topic, but we'll see. All right, so I don't know if you saw the thumbnail of the woman in the niqab on the thumbnail for this stream. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I did.
Do you know who that is underneath that niqab?
No idea.
Well, I'm going to tell you. Courtesy of BuzzFeed. Thank you, BuzzFeed. The Israeli model Bar Raffaelli just starred in a clothing ad promoting freedom by showing her taking off a niqab. Now you have to, there's a gift from the ad, but we should just play the ad itself. Let me Let me play it again. This is fair use. I'm not sure. Oh, you're saying I should play this clip. All right, we'll play the Nate Silver clip next. I haven't actually seen that before. All right, let's play this. Bar Raffaelli, Freedom is Basic, 28 seconds right now.
It's all about freedom. Finally breaking the chains. Cost of my freedom. Something that I always pay. Love my freedom.
Freedom is basic. Hoodies.
Now, obviously, Bar Raffaelli is a Jew, and some of the Muslims were pretty offended by this ad. The ad itself is terrible, but I guess they thought she was running down niqabs because she rips hers off. Listen to some of these comments. I felt like vomiting, she told BuzzFeed News and Twitter DMs. I sat there telling myself maybe there's a different message I'm not getting from this. I told myself there is no way that someone so famous would do something so blatantly Islamophobic, but I found no justification. She added, to say that we don't have freedom of choice is taking away our freedom of choice. That's the irony of all this. How does that even... that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I just heard that sentence come out of my mouth. You know, I'm just reading the article. Sometimes you just have to stop and just be completely baffled at the batshit craziness of a statement. Should I go back and read that again? To say that we don't have freedom of choice is taking away our freedom of choice. What? I don't understand. The ones that believe we're oppressed are the oppressors. Oh, I see.
On what earth does that make sense?
I'm not sure.
Clearly not this one.
This is the original tweet I saw. This has to be the most ignorant and racist ad I've ever seen, and I can't believe a whole company approved this. I'm disgusted and at a loss of words. This is just stupid. My idea of freedom is wearing hijab, and if I want to wear niqab, I will. Please, no, don't, stop. like I give a fuck. Wear your niqab. Then there was the tweet. Actually, my wife spotlighted this one. Because I'm a woman from the Middle East and I have no choice. I don't feel that it is racist, to be honest. To be honest, I look forward to the day that I can take it off. Stop making the hijab a choice that must be respected. Hijab is a proof of repression and that women's face is shame and must be covered. That's what this woman from the who claims to be from the Middle East. It does have a lot of Arabic text in her profile, so. What do you think, gentlemen, about the ad and about the debate surrounding it?
It's fucking stupid.
Muslims are dumb.
Oh my god.
What about it is a nice aspect, the Jew versus Muslim thing. Bar Raffaelli just set it over the top. I have a feeling she already wasn't a fan favorite among this crowd.
Wasn't she one of the fucking people that was using the website?
Yes. Yes, this is the second day in a row that Bar Raffaelli has been mentioned on this program. I did not expect to be uttering that sentence at the beginning of October. I didn't think she would make the kill stream, but this is 2 days in a row. I don't know if she can make it 3. Call that pulling a Sargon if she can make it 3 days in a row, but I'm just not sure. But she did make it 2. So yesterday, for those not familiar, didn't see the stream last night, she was one of the photographs used in Jacob Wall's retarded scheme, alleged scheme to ensnare Robert Mueller and some shit. Apparently, they're going to do some more about that tomorrow, so I guess we'll see how that goes. All right, so I should play the Nate Silver thing. That's what you're telling me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I forgot who recommended this in chat. I just saw it go by, so. I just saw a suggestion from Kame Senin in chat. Says to call the Orkin Man. Not sure what he's referring to there, but believe you can get help from the Orkin Man 24/7. Is that true?
That is true.
Especially when you have big roaches
and termites.
When you have a huge termite infestation.
Yeah.
I think they're at your beck and call. They're ready to go any time of the day or night. I mean, the Orkin Man loves his job, so pretty much ready to roll.
Exterminating termites.
He's ready to roll on these termites anytime needed. So, let's play the video quickly. 1 minute. Oh, it's only a minute 14. God, Nate Silver's ugly. All right, let's hit play right now.
Bruh, look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no. Look at the top of his head. Look at his lips. Oh my goodness. God, whose dad is this?
All right, that was pretty good.
Oh,
poor Nate. That point when your jokes are more accurate than your predictions. Oh. All right, let's take a caller. Who should we bring in? This dude was in here last night, didn't get on. Let's try him. Let's try him. Escapade.
Oh shit!
You're on the
Sweet.
air on the kill
You can hear
stream.
me, right?
Yes, I can.
I'm not blurring. All right. Gator, it was Gator last night, I believe. I just want to say you're a bit of a cuck. All right. The proper response for sending migrants back to Mexico is not buses. That's incredibly inefficient. What you do is you load them into a catapult and fling them over the border at Mach speeds.
Are you literally stealing my trebuchet nationalism line? Because
Oh no, catapults are much better. See, trebuchets require a counterweight, which, you know, when mass produced, that's just a lot of extra material. Catapults are far superior.
Yeah, but catapults don't launch them nearly far enough. You're going to land them right back across the border on our side.
Well, the idea is that you launch them over the border wall once that gets completed. But
that
yeah,
takes too much time. We gotta get the trebuchets up there yesterday. And
Yeah,
just fling
we're-
them back across the border so they won't come back.
Yeah, we're not exactly running under budget ahead of schedule right now. That's for damn sure. But another thing is that fucking guy last night. Sorry for bringing it back to the previous show, but I haven't only just got home for this show. But
That's
the
okay.
fucking that one fucking beaner kid that was like, oh yeah, my fucking abuela makes the best tamales. Like, fuck that guy. Okay, he's no. You know what the good beaners are? The only good, or
Oh, be
Mexicans,
careful,
the
be
only people that belong in this country
Go ahead.
are the fucking people that fought at San Jacinto alongside the Texans when they succeeded from Mexico. Those are the Mexicans that get to stay in the country. Everyone else gets to go back. If you weren't here before like 1890 something, over the border with you. All right? We ain't doing that shit.
All right, thank you, caller.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
he got cut off quickly. All right, what were you gonna say, Escapades?
Oh no, I was just saying you can sunset me now.
Oh,
So
God. Well, all that, and he just said what I did. So he was very excited to get on, though. I could tell. Sometimes you wait in the room, you don't think you're gonna get on, then some asshole like me just drags you in. Oh, let's try this caller. Tommy the Thought Slayer, you're on the air live on the kill stream.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
What's up?
Nothing much. You?
We were just doing the show.
Yeah. I don't really have much data. I'm a little stuffed up at the moment. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Thank you, sir, for calling in. What's up with you? I'm nothing. That's just kind of doing the show, taking callers. I mean, that's what we do 5 days a week. Not much else, really. He's got a stuffy nose. I apologize. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. My apologies, sir. I'll be more careful next time. Dame, you're on the air live on the kill stream. No. Dame's dead. All right.
Rip.
R Hoogs, you're on the air on the kill stream.
Whoa, I'm actually on the kill stream. Hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, what's up, man? Go ahead.
So, dude, that call you had on last night where, like, their grandfather brought in all those other people.
Like 800 Mexicans, yeah.
I was like listening to that and I was just like fully enraged. Just I couldn't even believe what I was hearing. And he was like, "I'm on your side, guys. Like he makes our great tomatillas and all this shit, you know."
Would you would you eat his grandmother's tamales?
If you mean that as an innuendo, yeah, I might eat his grandmother's tomatillas, you know.
Oh God. Well, they do have kids young a lot of times in the immigrant community, so I don't know. His grandma might be about 24 or something.
I think we should let in the like attractive Mexican women. I think they should be allowed in, like without any sort of background or anything. Other than that, send the rest of them back. Old men, children. Yeah, that's basically it.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you calling in.
Hey, appreciate it. Have a good night.
You too. All right. Chat just now heard my comment, I think. Let's see. I think I already read the United States of Smash. Didn't I read that? Suckavat said. Let's see. Paul Willis says, I'm just another stud. Apocalypse Lemon says, Lauren started in Greek Lesbos. KTTK says, oh, snap. She interviewed Dinko from Bulgaria. AF says, my name is Cliff, brother of Joe. I got me some crack. I want me some hoes. Forgotten Millennial says, this chick is a female Nathan Drake. 100% wife. Smash, by the way, Lesbos. Bright Root says, Tomb Raider Borderless coming summer 2019. Sweet Shekel says, Shitrat is going to ambush Lauren in the tent city and love her his way. What was the clip, Gator? Do we have it? Something
yes,
about...
we do.
All right.
Good morning, Lauren. I've just raped you.
Oh, that's how he's going to wake her up every day. Isn't that romantic?
Peak romance.
Mace Dindu says,
like cosplay photos, and then they'll be like, "Oh, this
God.
backfired. People actually like cosplay."
Yeah. I liked those photos.
We know he liked those photos.
His line there never gets old. I liked those photos. Okay, yeah, we got it. We know you jacked it 1,500 times to those photographs. You didn't even have to take out a billboard. I liked those photos. Okay, good. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Oh my God. I'm half tempted to just turn that shit on right now. That shit never gets old. I won't. I'll stop. But I like those photos. That's good. Thanks. Thanks for letting us know. Mace Dindu says Lauren Crotch stars in Womb Raider. Need to get a theme song for that. Meme Machine says we need your support. Channel Lawson says David Shitrat planned the caravan to lure Lauren in with migrants. Plantation Sensation says get all of Lauren Southern out of the way before hold up. Get all of Lauren Southern out of the way before November officially begins. There's a typo there, so I just self-edited, so hopefully you got it right. Bagel Goose says, don't worry, your voice is what finished me off. Oh, good to know. Shane Quigley says, we also teamed up with Lindsay Lohan to hunt down migrant families and abduct them. Quote, Lauren Southern. Whitey on the Moon says, search on YouTube for Race War New York screening Q&A live stream to see Jared Taylor again dashing himself against the rock to talk sense to parasites. Oh, that's recent. Yeah, I don't think I saw that. Are we allowed to play that? Race War movie. Where's this coming out? Is this a Netflix adaptation or what? I haven't heard of this film. Race War the movie?
I haven't either.
Surely we got to have a better title for it than that. I don't know. Race War is pretty catchy, I have to say, but it really does kind of grab those eyeballs. Race War! Should we play some of this?
Fuck it, let's do it. It's Halloween. We have an out, right? You two, we were just playing spooky things, right? It's Halloween.
I'm looking through here. Well, I mean, it's a Q&A. It's not. Hold on, let me skip through. Let's go to 505. I like chat just coming through with shit I didn't even have on the agenda, but
right here.
I actually do like it, by the way. All right, make it 506. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but why not give it a look-see? I figured. Yeah, you guys got it pulled up.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit it right now.
Marva Wade of the New York Nurses Association. Please stand.
All right, stop clapping. Fuck this, we can't. Skip to 608. Let me know when you're there. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Let's hit it right now.
Comments from my fellow panelists, and then we're gonna have back and forth Q&A, and then we're gonna have Q&A from the audience. So to let you know, this is a very technological, advanced theater, which is really good. So if anyone's thinking of giving speeches,
all right, enough with the intro. What the fuck?
And then we have security here that will collect the mic from you. With all due
I wish somebody would collect your fucking mic. What's going on right now?
There are children in the theater.
Oh no!
My son, Marcus, stand up.
What won't you think of the children? What's this kid's name? Trayvon?
He passed all his state exams, English, math, and science.
Marcus.
And God willing,
He's like telling him like he passed all his exams. Who cares?
So hopefully we'll get
What's
some color
going
in
on
these
here?
schools. And my two daughters who are going to be queens, Rachel and Christine.
Oh, okay. Okay, we got it. You got a bunch of kids. Shocking. You broke the mold. Black man with a mess of kids. I've never seen that before. All right, let's go to 752. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's hit it right now.
Okay, thank you very much. I didn't realize I was to give a 15-minute talk here, but
Well, no, it could be less, but
I'll do my best to make my time useful. My name is Jared Taylor, and I'm the founder of American Renaissance, which is primarily a website, but it's also a YouTube channel. We do podcasts. We used to put out a monthly publication, started that in 1990, so I've been doing this for 28 years. In 2010, we went all to the
Let me pause it at 824. How much would I have to pay Jared Taylor to record like a wake up greeting for me? His voice is very soothing, isn't it? Seems like, all right, Ethan, it's time to get up. You have to get ready for the kill stream now.
It is a calming voice.
Yeah,
that's for true.
All right, you know you have to get up now. It's time. You have to prepare for the show. I just think that would be the optimal way to wake up. All right, 824.
Can you turn it up for the chat?
I can turn it up, but what I'll have to do is you guys can't talk if I turn it up louder because that's the audio on the thing. So
okay, I'll just
go ahead and mute yourselves. I can turn up the other audio. So, all right, let's start it at 824, and I'll turn it up some on the main audio.
And that way we can reach far more people. And as I described myself in the movie here,
now again, this is loud as it
I'm
gets.
a race realist and a white advocate. Now, what do those two words mean? A race realist is someone that recognizes that race is a biological phenomenon. I don't think it's some sort of sociological optical illusion. People of different races have evolved in different environments, and that has produced the different physical differences that are very clearly visible. And the idea that somehow, when you see a black person or an Eskimo or an Asian person, and you are seeing some kind of social construct rather than biology, I think that idea is just so obviously wrong and stupid that only very smart people could persuade themselves that it's true. It's just a goofy idea. Race is a biological phenomenon. And I think that race is an important part of individual and group identity. It's not some sort of little airy-fairy thing that we can overcome if we just set our minds to it. Race, I think, is too deeply imprinted in us for us to say we're going to live in a post-racial society. I think that may never come. Race is too important for that. Now, what is white advocacy? White advocacy is a recognition that whites, just like every other racial group, have legitimate group interests. Black people.
What does this guy do with his microphone?
Interests. So do Asians, so do Hispanics.
Just stomping it against his phone. What a great host.
Look, we have an interest in doing X, Y, or Z. That is considered white supremacy, that's neo-Nazism, so that you can have a black professional association of psychologists, of police officers, of firefighters. If whites did that, no, 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 don't you dare do that. Now, in the movie, I was also quoted as saying that I think the word white supremacy, that should be retired. Because what is a white supremacist? I believe that word applies only to white people who wish to rule over and dominate people of other races. Certainly, historically, that has been a phenomenon. The idea of taking a certain race of people and making only them slaves. That's certainly white supremacy. Whites going to Africa and saying, we are going to run this place, or going to India and saying, we are going to run this place. That's white supremacy. That is domination of people of other races by whites. The idea that I have is that I believe the primary legitimate interest of whites is to survive as a distinct people with a distinct culture. Now, there was quite a round of applause in this room among you people when I predicted that if in 200
Let me give you
years,
some advice. Don't say you people.
I knew it was about to happen. I haven't even seen this.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I
Eric
knew
Holder
it.
can say you people or my people. There was quite a round of applause in this room when I predicted
For the ladies and gentlemen in the room.
For the ladies and gentlemen in the room, that when I predicted that 200 years from now, if current trends continue, that there is millions of non-white immigration, and that whites dare not say that they are opposed to interracial marriage, there'll be no more white people. Now, I don't want that to happen. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. But I think that I have a legitimate interest in preserving my people. I would never wish that on any other race, blacks, whites, Asians, anyone else. I don't want anyone to disappear. What I want for my people is exactly the same things that I want for every other racial group. In other words, the opportunity to develop in the way that is compatible with their heritage, their destiny, their desires, and their own unique temperament. I want black people to be the best possible black people they can be, and that's not likely to be the case in a multi-culti America where every racial group is jostling for some kind of advantage over the other. I want black people to build Wakanda. I don't want black people to be mixed with other people blaming us for what I think are the shortcomings often of blacks. I want black people to be proud and independent, just the way I want white people.
Make Wakanda real, goddammit!
Every group to be proud and independent. And you don't get that by some kind of constant mixing in which there is nothing but conflict and tension and bean counting, how many Oscars were nominated for Hispanics, how many people in the Harvard graduating class are going to be Asians this year. Diversity is a constant source of tension and conflict. And for that reason, I believe since most people are more comfortable with people like themselves, we should not stand in the way of those who wish to go their own way. I believe if blacks wish to have their own society, their own part of America, they are legitimate claimants on a piece of this land. Black people were brought here against their will. The idea that somehow white people are going to say, oh, no, we made a mistake, we're going to take the whole place back. No, that would be illegitimate, impractical, and utterly immoral. Black people have a right to be here. And I believe that they should pursue their own destiny entirely under their own steam. I'm a Marcus Garveyite. Marcus Garvey, yes, Marcus Garvey. He started the Universal Negro Improvement Association. He was a man who wanted uplift for his people. What was his slogan? Rise up, ye mighty race. One of the fellows in this film was saying exactly the same thing. If we unite, we're an atomic bomb. We can do it. It's just a matter of doing it. I believe in the present state of the United States, if there were a genuinely unified movement of black people in America to say, look, we are tired of living on the white man's plantation. We want an opportunity to build our own society, be our own police, be our own government, be our own educators. And we are willing to take a certain part of it where we would be the majority and we would take responsibility for our own destiny. I do not believe that a solution of that kind is impossible.
Let me pause it at 1501 just because I saw a comment that said, "Stop eating, Ralph. That is not me. That's Jared Taylor needs a drink of water," or something, I think. But he's pretty much killing it with his presentation. What do you gentlemen think? We'll pause it there and we'll play a little bit more. I turned you down now so you can speak.
Make Wakanda real.
Wow.
That's right.
Dude, that was amazing.
Condoms and shit.
I swear, Jared Taylor is probably one of the most well-spoken people I've ever heard.
He's so chill.
Yeah, he legit knows how to talk to people. He's an excellent speaker. I would love to have him on the show.
I would too. I'll second that.
We should definitely reach out and see if we can get him on the show.
Yeah, just listen to this dude talk.
All right, let's start it back up at 1501.
Possible in the United States today. And I think at the same time, for the survival of my group, whites, with our culture, I believe we also should have that opportunity. Now, if there are people of all races who wish to mix it up, God bless them. But I think that most people are happier with people like themselves, and we should recognize the legitimacy of those among us of whatever race who wish to go our own way. Now, that is my general view of race relations in the United States. To talk a little bit about some of the things that came up in this movie, which I thought was very interesting, full of very interesting observations. There is one thing, though, that I would take exception with.
Who is this Black Panther looking ass dude?
Assumption of across the board universal malevolence on the part of whites. White people. You may not want to believe this. Most white people don't spend their time thinking about black people. Most white people, they're too busy making the payment on the car, getting the kids' teeth straightened, making sure that the house is not falling down. They are not thinking about how to oppress black people or anybody else. They're just trying to make their way in life. And somehow the idea that the United States is run by people who are constantly waking up in the morning, spitting on their hands, rolling up their sleeves and saying, how am I going to screw white black people today? No, there are no such people. Donald Trump does not wake up in the morning and say, how am I going to screw black people? No, not at all, not at all. And the idea that somehow white people, despite their good intentions, and I believe they have good intentions. Most of them have good intentions. Maybe there's some rogue cops who do not. But I can assure you, most white people have absolutely no desire to do harm to black people. The idea that we have designed a criminal justice system that goes out of its way, to imprison and incarcerate millions of innocent black people. Who benefits from that? White people want black people to be working, paying taxes, not consuming $30,000 or $40,000 a year, taking up a place in jail. No idiot white person wants that. And the idea that somehow we are all so twisted and sadistic that that is what we genuinely want for black people, no, that is just completely wrong. And if you are suffering from that illusion, set it aside. The idea that what Donald Trump talks about the fact that black unemployment is lower now than it's been in, what, 20 years, 25 years? Do you think he's really thinking, doggone it, I wish they were out on the street. How come they've got those jobs? No, he wants black people to have a job. This idea that somehow we are all seething with some kind of racial hatred and resentment, this is complete fantasy. And in a way, it gives black people more importance in the minds of whites than they actually have. As I said, most of the time, white people walk through their entire day without thinking any particular thing at all about black people. And the other fact is, most of the interactions personally, day to day, between whites and blacks,
this dude is so pissed on the left. Look at him.
Is not anything that could be
He wants to
described
kill
as a
him.
race war. What was described as a race war here in this movie has primarily to do with police activities and also the simple fact that blacks and whites are not performing at the same level economically or in terms of academic achievement. I do not think that
Ever since he started talking about paying taxes, that black guy on the left,
but if there ever
been in a
really
rage.
is a race war, it will be an utterly and entirely different kind of thing with people at each other's throats killing each other. I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's absolutely no need for it. And I think its chances will be even less if blacks and whites who prefer to go their own way have that opportunity and have the encouragement of the authorities rather than constantly being told that that is an illegitimate desire. How am I doing on 15 minutes?
You've got a couple more minutes.
I've got a couple. Okay.
We can give it to question and
All right. I'll have a drink.
You'll have a drink. Okay.
Yeah, get a drink of water,
before I let the
jeez.
professor take over, I just want to comment on.
Wait, this other guy, hold on. Let's pause it, and we'll let you gentlemen get in. This other guy's a professor?
On the left, the
Yeah,
guy
that's what
with
they
the
said.
fucking
I'm gonna let the professor get in.
Professor of what? Rostology?
Pimpology, I guess. I don't know what he's the professor in.
He's a professor of thugology.
Yes.
Thugonomics.
Thugonomics. It's the basic thugonomics.
Imagine your first day in class and your professor walks in wearing that, and you're just like, oh,
I'd walk out.
It's gonna be a long semester. Might have to drop that class. Then you get a couple weeks there at the beginning of the semester. You can drop it, no penalty.
Immediately drop. I would walk out, immediately drop that class. I'm like, nah, I'm done. I had enough.
Oh my god.
How can you refute anything that Taylor just said right now, though?
Well, that's what I'm interested. I'm wondering what this guy's gonna say. Like I said, he seems to be seething ever since he mentioned paying taxes. I think the IRS. I think he might be a little delinquent there on the old tax bill. Is that possible?
Of course.
All right, let's start it back up at 1948. I said we weren't going to play the whole thing, but we're getting close to doing so. 1948. Let's continue.
So here's the danger of a gentleman like Taylor.
Dangerous.
We've all seen the rabid racists. You know, the kind of individual that white folks run from. The one that uses the N-word, the one that takes a car and mows down an innocent white woman. That's easy for the media and for our community to be concerned about.
So this is 2-on-1.
The danger with someone like Mr. Taylor is that he's articulate. Don't you just love when white people say black people are articulate?
Hey, I am articulate.
No, he is. He's articulate. He's obviously educated, Yale degree. But he's dangerous because he seems reasonable. And he tells you, oh, by the way, my son was named after Marcus Garvey. That's where he got his name from. So he tells you that, he wants you to be free. He wants you to have your own community. They did that to the Indians. They gave them their own land. They gave them the worst land. They did it to black people when they said, we're going to give you your own schools. And they do it now. In New York City, on the Upper West Side, they're fighting over, they don't want to let black kids into the nice white schools on the Upper West Side. So when we as a community, then I'm going to go to you, when we as a community get angry over the white person that uses the N-word or the cop that shoots, the danger is that there are 1,000 times more white people like this gentleman here who are soft-spoken, who don't want us living in their neighborhoods, who won't hire us, who call the police on our children because they're selling lemonade.
They're selling crack.
As the case
it's not
of
lemonade,
the
it's
black
crack
man who's babysitting the
cocaine.
2 white kids. Or the case in Brooklyn here in New York where the white woman said that the young black boy grabbed her ass. And when you look at the videotape, it was his backpack accidentally rubbed up against her. So that's the danger. And I'm just going to end by saying that your
lemonade.
You in the audience.
That's what they're calling
when
these
you
days.
Take your money and you spend it on materialism and consumption, and we don't build our banks, we don't build our independent media. We serve as economic slaves. We were
Got any more of that
slaves by
lemonade, huh?
bondage. Now we are economic slaves. We don't own nothing in New York. And in Manhattan,
we don't own nothing.
As I run for Manhattan Borough President, I'm running because black and Latino people are being pushed off this island for white real estate developers to build, not for us. So that's the danger of someone reasonable like him. That's why, listen, if we had a rabid racist up here, we would have a line of cops here. But the danger is that the media and good white folk will say, you know, they should have their own area. Please comment. Thank you.
By the way, let me pause it. We'll get the panel back in here. But this is just a straight 2-on-1 on Taylor. That guy's supposed to be the host, and he just went off on a dodge drive there. That doesn't really seem like a fair moderation.
No, it's 2-on-1. It's absolutely fair.
I mean, honestly, they need more than 2. They're going to need 5 or 6 to take down
I was
Taylor.
about to say, like they should have stacked it a little more.
Yeah,
you know?
I was about to say, it's still unfair. Unfair to them.
They could have 20 on one, and Taylor will still wipe the floor with them.
I like how Taylor goes, "Hey, I am articulate."
Perfect. But he's right. It's true. I don't think they can say anything to dispute what he just said. And this moderator is saying, "Oh, he's dangerous because of how well spoken he is." Taylor isn't. He's not dangerous. He's just saying those ideas. They're actually good ideas. He's not saying anything wrong.
Well, you notice that he's saying he's not even really going against the merits of his argument. He's just saying that he doesn't like his argument and he doesn't like what he's saying, so therefore he's bad. Attacking the messenger, not the message.
Nothing he said, exactly. Nothing he said was on anything that Taylor said. It's just on his persona or what people perceive him as. He's not even the guy that the media portrays him as.
All right, let's.
Yes, 100%. Just he's building a straw man and he's trying to fight the straw man.
I mean, he's just a dude up there, very calmly. Chat called him a gentleman. I think that's the way to put it. Just gentlemanly, Southern gentleman, stating his point. At least I believe he's from the South, right? I don't know if that's true.
Taylor?
Yeah.
He's from Japan.
Japan.
Is he?
Yes, he speaks fluent
But where's
Japanese.
his? Okay, I'm looking. Yeah, I guess he did. I knew he'd spent some time in Japan. I guess his heritage.
He was born in Japan, I think.
Maybe it's just the way he talks. It just sounds southernly. I'm looking at his Wikipedia. It doesn't say. Too busy calling him a terrorist and white supremacist. All right, let's go ahead and start it back up. There's 12 minutes left. 23 minutes on the dot. Let's continue right now.
Assume I'll get a chance to comment too.
No. You want?
Well, I sound reasonable.
This is New York hospitality.
Thank you very much. We Southerners appreciate that.
See, we Southerners. I was right. We Southerners. Ralph was right.
And please, unopened. We don't want him to get suspicious. So make sure the bottle is sealed.
No.
Go ahead.
I sound reasonable because I am reasonable. I am reasonable. And look, another important point to make is this. All of you who believe that the United States is this systematically white supremacist nation, wouldn't you expect me to be in a position of some kind of authority, of legitimacy? The things that I'm saying are what I'm sure all of you believe every single one of us secretly thinks, but dare not say. Well, if that's the case, if that's really what Donald Trump, if that's really what Brett Kavanaugh, if that's what all of them genuinely think, even Hillary Clinton, that old fraud, she thinks just the way I do. If you all believe that, why is it that I have lost my Twitter account? Why is it I have no Facebook account? Why is it that I am banned from Great Britain? I cannot travel to Great Britain. Why is it that I used to have a consulting business because I'm an expert in Japan and I do business with companies that do business with Japan? How come all of that consulting has completely dried up? How come I'm an anathema in official white supremacist America if it's the fact that all white people really think like me, but are just too scared to say so? Why is that?
Okay. Before he starts, does anybody have tissue? Because I'm just like crying up here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hilarious.
Twitter account?
I do.
Well, okay. How come you have one and I don't?
Because
it's because this white supremacy just missed a beat somehow.
Because I don't say nasty things about white people.
I don't say nasty things about anybody, white, black, or orange.
Hotep family. I noticed that you've spent quite a bit of this time laughing. But you know, what we laughed at wasn't funny. It was ludicrous. Which means that it is so ridiculous, it's funny. We are facing very serious times right now, all of us, all of humanity. And in my work as an educator, I taught in South Central Bronx 31 years. And I taught 14 years.
What is he wearing?
12 years, State University at New Paltz. I was in the Black Studies department.
Shock. I'm shocked.
And what I've always attempted to do
I didn't see that coming.
is to reach into science, not emotion. Because emotion will knock you off of the deepest truths that you're really seeking. We have serious situations that are facing us as a people, but the reason why I could have gone out to 149th Street and 3rd Avenue in the Bronx and brought a brother that waits for a red light to come out to clean your windshield. And he would have understood exactly what he saw on that screen. What? Every person of African-American descent that has grown up in the belly of this beast understands what we've experienced. And we know how to identify different people that come before us in so many different ways, no matter how they may express themselves. You know, I'm reminded of a scene in The Exorcist. What? Where the younger priest is called in to assist exorcising the devil out of a young girl. But those in the rectory don't believe he's equipped to do it. He's too young. He's inexperienced. So they call in an elder priest that has done exorcisms before.
Great analogy here.
And the elder priest and the younger priest are at the top of the steps. The elder priest has not yet gone into the room.
Is this man on lemonade?
And the younger priest says to the elder priest, I believe his name was Father Merrin, he says, Father, I want to tell you about the different manifestations that have come out of this girl in the room. And the elder priest interrupts him and says, Father, no matter how many manifestations you saw in that room, there's only one devil in the room. I don't care if you call yourself white supremacist, a white realist, a white identitist. If I call white fragilist, there's only one devil in the room.
Yeah, we get it. White devils. Yes,
I don't speak in absolutes, so I am not one for telling people everybody's like that.
We got it.
I have met phenomenal people of all different cultures. But Dr. Edward Scobie, one of the greatest Caribbean scholars, told us, don't tell me nothing about no good white people, because good white people act as shields for the bad ones.
Preach, preach.
This is horrendous.
Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
The
once
most
told a story
honorable
about 1,000
Elijah
wolves
Muhammad.
outside your
Okay,
door.
okay, I see.
There's 1,000 wolves outside your door. You know the nature of the wolf is to tear you apart. But he said there's 100 wolves that would put their life on the line to protect you. There's 100 wolves out there that would not let those other 900, they would put their lives on the line to protect you from the other 900. But the question is, you don't know where those 100 are. Are you ready to go outside? So I don't trust nobody. But if you should prove over a considerable amount of time that you are one of those 100, I would be one of the most loyal human beings to you. I would respect and honor you. But quite frankly, I ain't got no time to look for you. So I hold everybody suspect that would do me harm. And don't ever forget Malcolm. Malcolm said that Republicans are brute wolves and Democrats
You mean
are
the one
sly
Elijah
foxes.
Muhammad had murdered?
But don't ever forget, they both belong to the dog family.
Is that who you're talking about?
Amen. And Reverend Adam Clayton Powell, the phenomenal congressman from Harlem, said that one of the dirtiest words in the English language is liberal. There is only one race on the planet. There is no white race. What we call the white race is in science called a ethnic stock, a subgroup of the original human beings who were conceived, born, nurtured, sustained, educated, and civilized in Africa. And when Africans got their show together, then they took it on the road.
This is terrible.
But that's what we have to do. But first we have to educate ourselves. First we have to love ourselves.
Look at the guy snapping.
You know what I tell my
This is
tell the
horrendous.
young children, because my primary license is in early childhood. I'm a kindergarten teacher. So you can imagine what those meetings
Lemonade
used to be
salesman.
like, with this brother coming up in here like this. Not only was I the only man in the room, most of the time I was the only black person in the room. But I could write books on my children, my 5-year-olds that said, "You look like my daddy. I wish you were my daddy. Can I call you daddy?" To which my response was, "I am your daddy."
You probably were.
I didn't bring you in here biologically, but as long as you're in my care, it is my African responsibility to be your baba. And we have to start to understand certain things psychologically about who we're dealing with. Dr. Bobby E. Wright.
This is terrible.
Dr. Francis Cress Welsing.
Oh, God.
Dr. Amos Wilson. Dr. Asa G. Hilliard III. None of
Let me pause it at 3250 and just say a couple things. First off, Malcolm X, the guy who was brutally murdered on orders of Elijah Muhammad. I like how you mix those up. Also, this guy names. You ever listen to a rapper where they're just name dropping a bunch of other like famous people and shit? That's pretty much his entire shtick. All right, let's continue at 3250. We're almost through.
Before Amant Kwatia taught us and raised us to understand the difference between a neurotic, a psychotic, and a psychopath. And I find many people of the European ethnic stock straddling the barriers of all three. Unbeknownst to them, because you know, a psychopath is many times average or above average, quite hospitable, kind, speaking very nicely. But remember, there's only one devil in the room. We are at a point in our evolution that we don't know the difference between a friend, an enemy, and an ally. Because many times those who which we ally ourselves with become more of an enemy than the enemy we both came together to battle. Evidence is World War II. Russia and China were our friends, and Germany, Italy, and Japan were our enemies. After the war, China and Russia became the so-called enemies, and Japan, Italy, and Germany became our friends. Malcolm taught us this. We have to get ourselves together. The fact that you were laughing in the room meant that you understood exactly what you were looking at. You were just laughing because how many times have we heard this before? But family, how many more times do we have to hear this before we finally get ourselves together? Francis Cress Welsing has taught us and demonstrated for us genetic annihilation. If I were Jared Taylor, I would do the same thing you're doing. Because I would understand what you're facing. I understand what white folk are facing. They are.
Okay, that's it. It cut off. That's all we have from that press. Oh my God, it's about to start another video. Stop! All right, go ahead, gentlemen. What did you think about that? I don't even know what to call. He went into The Exorcist. He name dropped as many people as he could think of. I don't have, wasn't able to check those quotes in real time, but it was, you compare that to what Jared Taylor said. I don't see how any reasonable person, even if you don't agree with Taylor, how you could watch that and say he wasn't the cream of the crop, the top pupil in the class there, because that was just mind-bogglingly stupid. Go ahead, gentlemen. I feel dumber for listening to this fucking guy. The fuck did he even say? All I heard was name-dropping motherfuckers and the fucking who are these people? Who gives a shit? What are you trying to say? Spit it out. Spit it fucking out. You're a professor. Fucking use your words. Do something. Say something relevant. No, just name-dropping motherfuckers like it's a rap song. I guess that's all these black people understand anyway. So. Oh. Oh, go ahead, Gary.
The crux of his argument is effectively that because some white people are bad, therefore all white people are bad. And he was effectively advocating for a justification for white genocide. That's explicitly what he's referencing when he referred to he said 900 wolves that are against me, but the 100 that aren't. That's explicitly referencing white genocide, because what did humans do to wolves? Humans hunted them because the wolves would feed on their livestock. They would attack them. I mean, make no mistake about it. This is explicitly what he was referencing.
So his argument pretty much boiled down to my white devils, we was Kangs, brother Elijah, and brother Malcolm. That's
and then he plugged his SoundCloud.
Yeah. You know what I really want to hear is Jared Taylor's response to that. And apparently, I'm looking around because I really wanted to hear what he would say as a follow up to that, but I can't. I don't see it. So that's the only part of it that I've seen out there. So that, man.
Unfortunately, a lot of these conversations go like that. They like to put the opening line and then the snapback, but then they don't actually put the rebuttal to the bullshit snapback.
And who is this retarded faggot in the middle that's like holding his hands up and snapping and shit during the... How much more pathetic can you be?
It's embarrassing.
It honestly is embarrassing. I'm actually embarrassed for him. I know he's probably not capable of being embarrassed by his own actions, but that was bad.
It's even more embarrassing because Taylor flat out pointed out effectively that he was kind of sort of on their side. He's like, I want you guys to control, to have your own nation where you can control your own interests, which is ultimately like kind of what he was sort of advocating. Like, he's like, he didn't trust white people. He didn't believe white people were on his side. And so he's like, well, okay, well, then you can have your own country where you don't have to worry about that anymore. But I think he was just too stupid to understand what he was saying.
All right, Streamlabs Dindo says, or Dindo, spelled D-I-N-D.
Could have Dindo do if Dindo didn't do nothing.
What about the lemonade story too? I can't get over that. They were selling lemonade, gentlemen.
It was meth.
Dindu says 18 spooky skeletal duding in the showers of Ram Ranch. Big, hard, healthy bones waiting to be thanked. Mine 1001 says Harry Reid, quote, my wife said immigrants are good, and I said yes. Then everyone in a 50-mile radius began applauding. Dr. Chim Richards says woman belong in cage. Anchor number 84593 says my abuelita has received around $350,000 in emergency hospital visits and Medicare benefits since my aunt brought her over in 2003. A nice black nurse comes 5 days a week in the morning to look after her. That was an actual Streamlabs message, by the way. Thank you for informing us. don't know if that's an apocryphal story or if that's real or joke. It seemed pretty detailed. It seemed like an actual report on his situation. By the way, I think I butcher that just as bad as I did last night. Abuelita. My Spanish sucks. I speak English, allegedly. Jackie Chun says, I just realized Lauren Southern is like Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock had an older brother who was smarter than him but didn't care about solving crime. Jess, greater than Lauren. Lord Akira says, Gator, do your best scrub impression.
Oh, God. I don't even know if I could try it. There is a man who's on the road. That's about as good as you're going to get, I think.
Iron Martyr says only 2 issues are worth voting on: fiat currency and the ability to hide or classify information. I defy you to give one issue with any government system that does not stem from those 2 issues. Ground Monkey says a job advert is Muslims out Jewing Jews. That thought occurred to me, yes. Venomon says the hijab is a prime example of Stockholm Syndrome. DFC says, I've been told that Memphis tits are the best tits. Is this true, Ralph? What kind of question is that? I don't, my wife's listening. I shouldn't answer. My wife, well, I don't know. I'm gonna get in trouble no matter what I say on that answer. So I'll just leave it with the super chat read.
Yep.
Kid A2000 says you can make a joke about it, but either you support BDS or you don't. Humor aside, it's the tribe. I believe he's talking about boycott. What is it? Boycott, diversify, and sanctions. Isn't that what it stands for? BDS.
Yeah, boycott, divestment, and sanctions.
Divestment. Why'd I say diversify? All right. Dan Mann says, I will sacrifice thick Cuban women to you goys, and his avatar is a Cuban flag. Eric Mayhew says, photos I like. Reactionary Modernist says, scissor me, Xerxes. Ban Cheever says, play at 2 times speed and listen to the whole thing. We actually listened to the whole thing at original speed. You know when the 2 times speed would have came in handy? Listening to that asshole the second half. Just... God, he was tedious. You know, this is the Halloween episode. You know what the really scary take home from this episode is? That guy's actually teaching youth here in America.
Yeah.
That is the scary. Now, I apologize if you wake up in a sweat with that realization haunting your dreams. Should I say your nightmares later on tonight? But that's the take home that I have from this Halloween edition of the Kill Stream. Jessica Usa says, is it me or does this guy sound like Hank Hill? The Bone Zone says, taco N-word, go back to Mexico. Hyphen says,
go back to Mexico.
Hyphen says, beasts don't like to be called people. KTTK says, those lewd, moist mouth sounds. My dick says they already tried that. It was called Liberia. Farm Master Führer says, do you support NGTOW? I did say I did see NGTOW going around. Is that was pretty much boiled down to the presentation there, NGTOW?
And yes, I do.
Holy fuck.
I guess that would be a way to boil it down. Kid A2000 says race mixing equals degeneracy. Quote Jared Taylor. Yeah, he did kind of. I don't know if he said that exactly, but I think he was leaning in that direction. Let's see. Dan Mann says professor of Nigonomics. Captain Salty says 2 blacks equal 1 white person. Matt Fields, I thought it was 3/5.
3/5, right?
Yeah, and that's only 1 black. So yeah, I guess that would be correct. A little bit more than 1, maybe. But I don't even know. Matt Field, it's been a while since I've done my fractions. Matt Field says, Black independent media, look at BET Pimpan 101. Sean Turner says, Ralph, look up Samurai Cop, fluent Japanese. That is how fluent his Japanese is. Also, can I please get a Sargon MLK sound, please? Do we still have Sargon MLK on the board?
Maybe MLK was wrong.
There we go. I noticed it was right at your fingertips, too. All right.
No, I'm just quick on the draw.
Uh-oh.
Fastest soundboard in the West, Pilgrim.
Sweet Shekel says, hello, fellow Americans. It's me, Jared Rawhide Kobayashi Taylor. Lord Akira says, the professor is dressed and talks like a rejected member of Public Enemy circa 1991. He literally... Who wears that in public? He's dressed like some Black Panther Michael Jackson or something. He's got on his uniform and stuff. How could you feel comfortable walking around in public with that on?
Black power, yeah.
Imagine this. Simone, hoo. Okay, sorry. That was my Michael Jackson attempt.
Wakanda forever, y'all.
Just imagine going up to the store and getting some coffee and you're wearing this get up. How many looks do you get? Surely he doesn't. Does he wear that out when he goes to get a burger or something?
He wears that out all the fucking time.
He's really owning those white devils when he walks out in that, isn't he? Sure they.
Did you see the armbands and African colors and stuff?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
You
know. Chowderhead D says, "Is the Kang on the left the one that said they used to pilot flying pyramids?" I'm not sure if this is the exact one or not. My Forcian is missing says, "Lemonade from a juice dealer." Lord Akira says, "I love how even the old left has to predicate their arguments on pop culture references. My scary devil movie, White Man Bad." That's literally what he did. White Devil. He could have just said, "White Devils," drop the mic, and that would have been better than what he did, actually.
And they would have hooped and hollered and snapped.
White Devils, mic drop, take off your little cap, twirl it around, and then that would have been better than what he ended up doing. I mean, I'm dead serious, by the way. It was just tedious. Let's see. Keith Richardson says, "What is Jason Black TBA problem?" I don't know if I know that person. The Black Authority, is that who you're talking about? I don't know, actually. I don't know what their problem is, but also, why did Richard Spencer appear in that movie? Was he in the Race War movie? The one we were talking about? I'm not sure if he was in that one. I know he was in some Netflix movie people were trying to get me to watch. Basically just talking about how evil white people are. And the alt-right. What was the name of that movie? I forgot the name of it now. Some Middle Eastern woman made it. I totally blanked on the name of it, but somebody in chat might know the name of it.
That probably doesn't matter.
Is it White Right Meeting the Enemy?
Yeah, I think it is Meeting the Enemy, something like that. I don't know. I forgot the name of it. Some Middle Eastern chick does the directing on it. So I couldn't say. Journey in chat says White Devils was the name of it. Yeah, maybe that was it. Fat Joe 460 says Tariq Nasheed debate was way better. Black supremacists don't speak for me. Starwind and Hawking Enterprises says, "What's with the fag moderator with his little gay snipes? Jared has been totally reasonable. These black gentlemen are cunts. Non-peaceful sunset." Yeah, that was the thing one of the things that jumped out at me is like this, Jared's very chill, rolling with their banter. He's not actually, getting worked up, and they just, you can tell they really hate him. I mean, it's coming through. Lord Akira says she's Pakistani, actually. Okay, Pakistani. That neck of the woods, talking about the filmmaker. Old Angry Normie says, "I don't know about chat, but I trust the bedazzled guy in the beret that speaks in weak analogies." Starwind and Hawking Enterprises says, "Maximum bullshit from this spear chucker." Lord Akira says, my responsibility as an African daddy equals peace out, fam. Good luck with life and shit. Also, some shekels for the show tonight. Thank you, Ralph Zidane, Gator, aka Scrub, Nora, Mr. Masterson, and most importantly, myself for all the witty banner. Thank you, Lord Akira. J Parker 0702 says, "Race War, New York is why I want to live in a cabin in the Rocky Mountains and watch it all burn." I thought I saw... okay, yeah, that was the Keith Richardson one. I'll go back to and read some more in a sec. But, we do have a few stories that I have to get through. I think we got through the main ones. Oh, here's one. Protest after Pakistan frees Christian woman sentenced to death over blasphemy. It's a little geopolitics. We haven't done a lot of that the last month or so, but we used to do a lot of it, so it's not totally offbeat. Pakistan Supreme Court on Wednesday freed a Christian woman from a death sentence for blasphemy against Islam and overturned her conviction, sparking angry protests and death threats from an ultra-Islamist party and cheers from human rights advocates. New Prime Minister Imran Khan issued a warning to the religious right late in the evening that any prolonged blockade of streets would be met with action. Asia Bibi, a mother of 4, had been living on death row since 2010 when she became the first woman to be sentenced to death by hanging under Pakistan's draconian blasphemy laws, which critics say are too harsh and often misused. She was condemned for allegedly making derogatory remarks about Islam after neighbors objected to her drinking water from their glass because she was not Muslim. Bibi has always denied committing blasphemy. The case has outraged Christians worldwide. Pope Francis said he personally prayed for Bibi and has been a source of division within Pakistan, where 2 politicians who sought to help Bibi were assassinated. Yeah, one of them was killed by his own bodyguard. I don't know if everybody knows this story. But, yeah, he actually got shot by his own bodyguard, and that guy got turned into a fucking hero. All right, let's read the rest. Chief Justice Saqib Nassar, who headed a special 3-judge bench set up for the appeal, cited the Quran in the ruling, writing that tolerance is the basic principle of Islam and noting the religion condemns injustice and oppression. These people in this photo don't look too tolerant, gentlemen. I don't know if you can see this on your screen right now.
Yeah, they don't look so tolerant to me.
That's the religion of peace.
They don't look very tolerant. They're holding large sticks painted in their party's colors.
Those are tolerance sticks.
And they appear to be doing some sort of Allah salute. I'm not sure what that is, but...
It's the salute of peace.
All I see is a bunch of peaceful people preaching peace. That is it.
That one beard is pretty opulent. Somebody in the chat said, nice beard. That gray beard in the middle, what is that? Shit's got curls in it, for fuck's sakes. Her lawyer called the ruling a great news for Pakistan. Death threats, that's the subtitle here. Supporters of Islamist political party Tehreek-e-Labbaik, whatever, TLP, we'll call them that. The TLP immediately condemned Wednesday's ruling and blocked roads in major cities, pelting police with stones in the eastern city of Lahore. Street protests and blockades of major roads were spreading by mid-afternoon, paralyzing parts of Islamabad, Lahore, and other cities. One of the TLP's top leaders called for the death of Nassar, the Chief Justice, and 2 other judges on the panel. Just democracy. Just calling for their outright death of the Supreme Court justice. No big deal. They all 3 deserve to be killed. Either their security should kill them, their driver should kill them, or their cook should kill them. TLP co-founder Muhammad Afzal Qadri told a protest in Lahore. So basically going off just what I said, like I said, a top politician, I think he was the governor. I want to say the governor of the province Lahore's in. I think that's the case, but basically he was advocating, saying this, let her off death row. She shouldn't be charged on blasphemy. And then the bodyguard just fucking killed him, executed him. His own bodyguard, who was a sympathizer of this party. Whoever has got any access to them, kill them before the evening. That's how he finished off that rhetorical flourish. He also called for the ouster of Khan's new government and for any army officers to rise up against powerful military chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa, who he said should be sacked from the army. Notice he didn't say he should kill him, though.
But that's what they mean.
Yes. Anyway, there's a lot more here. We could read more, but I think you get the idea. Any thoughts on that story, gentlemen?
It's Pakistan. This is part of the norm over there.
Yeah,
and
they've kind of been playing footsie with these ultra Islamists for decades, and now in the army kind of keeps them on a leash and yanks them back when they feel like they have to, and now it's getting to the point where how much longer are they even going to be able to yank these people back? Sooner or later they're going to topple the government, they're going to topple the leadership, like he's talking about right now. That's probably going to end up happening if you look at the trend lines in Pakistan. So it's not so it's pretty much far out of the realm as of today, but 10-20 years from now, the way society is trending there in Pakistan, you're looking at hardline Islamists probably running that country eventually.
Yeah, for sure. It's maybe even earlier.
It might be earlier. Yeah, I know. Well, they used to not let this party participate in elections and stuff like that, and I think I want to say they had 10 to 15% in the last election, and they don't even campaign in a lot of places. But yeah, Yemen war. I guess we'll just make this the the geopolitical section. Yemen war. U.S. presses Saudi Arabia to agree to a ceasefire. This was actually on the agenda yesterday. We didn't get a chance to talk about it. James Mattis said all parties, that's the defense secretary, said all parties needed to take part in UN-led peace talks within the next 30 days. The Secretary of State Pompeo, meanwhile, urged the Saudi-led coalition battling the rebel Houthi movement to end its airstrikes on populated areas. The U.S. has faced growing pressure to end its support for the coalition. Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in this one ending anytime soon, but this did. I guess I hadn't been following the Yemeni conflict the last couple months that closely. I hear something about it here and there on the radio or whatever, but I guess this ceasefire thing, I didn't see this coming. Maybe I just, like I said, I haven't been following it that closely, but it just seemed to pop up out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, the big thing now is that Saudi Arabia's lost all of their political capital because of what they did with Khashoggi. So now it's changed the dynamic quite a bit.
Yeah, go ahead, Zidane. You're going to say something too, I think.
No, actually, Gator said exactly what I'm going to say. Because the Saudis are so fucked right now, it's the perfect time to push this. And is it going to do something? I don't know. It's a ceasefire. Ceasefires usually don't really work. It'll work for like what, the 20 or 30 days that they're trying to do it. But if they don't come to a conclusion in that time, it's just going to go right back to droning each other.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was going to talk about this, originally as well. The WWE signed a huge deal with Saudi Arabia. I want to say 10 years. Was it 5 or 10 years, Gator? I don't remember. But basically they do, I think it's two super.
I think it's like 10.
Yeah, but it's like 2 super shows a year, right? In Saudi Arabia. And how much per show do they get paid for this? It's in the multi-millions. I want to say 10 million.
It's multi-millions.
Might even be,
it's something ridiculous.
It might even be 20 million. But basically, they make more money off these shows now than they make off WrestleMania. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
That's how much money, straight cash, that they're getting paid for this. So
I mean, that's why I knew once people were kvetching about the Crown Jewel pay-per-view, despite what happened with Khashoggi, I knew 100% Vince McMahon's like, you guys are retarded. Of course we're going to do this show.
Oh yeah, there was never any doubt in my mind that they were going to do the show, but I don't know if you saw this, but Daniel Bryan and John Cena had them write them off the show. That neither one of them are going to perform.
Yeah, I did see that.
So John Cena, I guess, he's doing his movie thing, and I think Daniel Bryan just didn't want to be on the Saudi Arabian card.
Be associated with it.
Yeah. Somebody in chat said they only got $2 million for this show. I'm not sure, but it's a large expenditure. So much so that they're bringing. I think isn't the Crown Jewel? Isn't that where Shawn Michaels is going to have his return match as well?
Yeah.
So,
they did a lot of shit. They brought DX out of retirement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Supposedly, the rumor is that Hulk Hogan will make his return to WWE programming at Crown Jewel.
Oh yeah, well Hogan doesn't give a fuck.
Brother.
The show must go on, brother. Okay. My Hogan's not that good. Let's see.
I'm here for all the Hulkamaniacs out in Saudi Arabia, brother.
Let's see. Kid A2000 says blacks are not our neighbors or our equals. Also, Malcolm was a confirmed homosexual prostitute. Philip J. Frost says black nationalists are speaking a completely different language. Starwind and Hawking Enterprises says we was in denial. Matt Field says we was your daddy and shit. Starwind and Hawking says we was in denial again. Apocalypse Lemon says this dumb SOB, he appealed to authorities so much he gave up and just started listing names. Happy Boy Sorry Guys says my name is Ethan Ralph and Happy Boy Sorry Guys is my daddy. J Parker 0702 says race. Oh, I already read that one. Excuse me. The kids are alt-right says the worst nightmare for the most ardent anti-white black person is losing access to white people. Gab echoed says, Ralph, have you seen the new Project Veritas video about Gillum's campaign? No, I have not. Did you see that, Zidane?
No, it came out yesterday, a couple hours ago, I think.
Yeah,
like
I think it just came out. I saw a tweet
or
something about it, but I haven't actually seen it.
Dude, Project Veritas has been going fucking hard.
They've been absolutely wrecking people.
It's fantastic.
I just now saw this. Here's the Daily Caller story on it. I guess I could pull that up. chat is learning me as usual. Although I will say I was right about Jared Taylor being from the South. So I'll take my bow now. Although a couple people in chat had already said that too. So. All right, let's see here. Oh, Medicare. Oh, I see Jim's in the chat. I just now saw that. He said, someone said Ralph was going to play more Ellington audio. Did he do that yet? I don't have, am I supposed to have it?
Is he referencing the Ellington audio that of him being a smelly fucker? Oh wait, SoCal Christmas check
he's
Discord.
heard.
Okay, well.
Oh wow, there's more?
Well, let me go see.
By the way, Jim, I sent you a message on Patreon about coming on the election stream. I don't know if you'll be free that night, but let's see. Where am I supposed to be looking? Sorry, we're doing it live. I'm not aware of this audio, but now I'm interested.
That's got to be something good.
So he said look in Discord. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking for the audio, SoCal Chris. What did you think I was looking for?
I said there was some kind of Ellington audio. If it's the smelly fucker thing, then we had already.
Nah,
played
we played that. I mean, he was here when we played that. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to double back and find this audio.
Yeah, if you know what Jim's talking about, then definitely send it to us.
Yeah, I'm unaware.
I wasn't aware Ellington. I'm not aware of anything new that Ellington did.
Yeah, same. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not aware. But I would love to play it. So if anybody has it, send it real quick so I can queue it up. But if not, I'll double back and do. Oh, okay. Medicare says, guess I've been lied to, LOL. Someone said he went off last night. Well, he's been going off a lot lately on you, apparently. I'm not sure why he's so angry with you, by the way, but originally he said he was going to come on here and talk with you. Of course, the day after, so he sent a bunch of these crazy tweets out, and he says, I'm on the hunt for Medicare or something crazy like that. I don't know. It was a bunch of crazy tweets. And then the next day, he's just like, oh, so I didn't really mean it like that. I just wanted to correct a few things. And they're saying he did go off. Huh. Let me see. Did he leave it up or did he take the stream down again?
Ellington's really got to stop getting so drunk. He just goes full retard.
You should listen to his wife. Take a shower and stop drinking.
Yeah, it really doesn't agree with him. So, addressing Mr. Medicare, King of Paul, the anime mafia, and cognitive thought. Yeah, I'll probably have to go through and clip this. Are you still down for talking to him? I think you mentioned it on your stream. But yeah, I actually did mention it to him, and he's just like, yeah, well, I was drunk that night, but I want to correct him on some things, and he got a couple things wrong, and I was like, okay. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow night if you're around. Should we play it? It's an hour and a half. I don't know what all. Oh, fuck it. I'll pull it up. We're definitely not going to play the whole thing, though. Do you guys have the link, or we'll just pick a random point and we'll see.
No, I don't.
All right, let's pick a random. Let's see. How about 1949? Oh, wow, it's handy. It has, oh, look at this. It's coded. At first it didn't say. It starts off with Mr. Medicare, apparently. All right, how about 457? How about that? You guys there?
Yep.
All right, let's hit it. 457 right now.
More about what the folder is in a bit, but I didn't give it to him. He actually sent me an apology through tweet for naming me as the guy who gave him this doxing folder. I didn't.
He sounds somewhat sober.
I think probably Joaquin gave it to him, but it was not Thomas Ellington. Well, let's continue.
But in all fairness,
Okay, let's skip to 2023. Maybe he's a little more lubricated by then. 2023.
It's the misinformation that's coming from everywhere is unbelievable, and it's to drive a lot of it's to drive a story or a narrative, but the I would say at the heart of it always is just the goal to hurt somebody, to take somebody down. So the truth will
Yeah,
be
he's too
bent.
sober here.
Things will be taken out of context. False context
Now,
will be provided to whatever.
Let me pause it at 2052. Now, this is from the 29th. Now, there's a possibility he did a stream. Oh, so look. Yeah, this is actually... Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to get this audio. Hold on. Wait, what is this? What? It said... Hold on. What is even going on here? I just looked at his Twitter, and it says Oofcast Betrayal Edition. Let me see. So it says offline. I'm probably gonna have to dig around for this audio, because I think he took it off.
He probably did, because he's probably spurging out pretty well. But we'll find it.
Yeah, I think he took it off.
People always clip this shit.
No, it's somewhere.
Yeah. We'll definitely find it.
This is the culmination.
I'm looking through. This guy, who does these many streams? So he's got another vlog channel he did something on, and I don't know. We'll have to dig around. We'll find it, though. That sounds more like a drunk Ellington type deal there. He was much too sober in the other one. I can't listen to that. Anyway. Oh, yeah, the Gillum thing. Project Veritas catches Andrew Gillum campaign staffer calling white people a slur. It's a cracker state, Smith stated. Get it? Ask it. Yeah, we know what. Yes, we got it. Get it? Ask anybody outside of here. You go to Port St. Lucie, Orlando. Man, them crackers ain't going to let us do that shit, dog. Boy, you crazy. Boy, you crazy. Anyway, apparently that's what the new video today said. Is that the staffer? Is that a picture of the staffer there? I think he might be a single issue voter too.
Yes, that is actually a picture of the staffer. Come on.
Oh my god.
Dude, weird.
All right, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do with Smellington. I'm trying to put together the election stream as well. I didn't realize he went off. Yeah, I'll find it. I just saw Jim's thing. Yeah, I don't have the audio, but I'm guarantee you I could probably get it, because I'm sure somebody was recording that. So maybe they sent it to me and I'm supposed to have it. I don't know. These things get mixed sometimes. Anyway, we will find it. If it exists, we'll find it. So yeah, election stream Tuesday. What else? What do we have tomorrow? I don't know. I really don't know. Unless you got... Oh, Zidane, are you doing the post stream?
I am. I'll be doing one for a bit. I've got some stuff.
All right. Over on the Zidane live streams channel?
Yep. Until I can get my channel back, which actually,
Should be soon.
it's in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Like a week or so. Fantastic.
Oh, wow. Jim says, I was told he was drunk, upset, and you could hear his wife crying in the background. LOL, no clue if it's legit, but sounded funny. Yeah, that sounds amazing, actually.
Yo, CRP, if you're listening, I know you like to clip out Ellington fucking up. So if you got that and you want to be a bro, send that to us.
Coach, we know you have the material. Just go ahead. You know how to get it to us.
We know Coach has that shit on lock.
Yeah, send it to us unedited.
Yeah, it's privated apparently, but I know somebody's got that recorded. They have to. Anyway, it's
thing, Coach.
It's so late. Like I could hunt for it here on air, but I'm just not sure how entertaining that is for me to just hold on. Let me go message some people while we're on. Coach says he doesn't have it. All right, we'll find it.
Well.
We'll find it. We'll find it. I guess that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're on the hunt for Smellington's audio. We will find it and we will play it for you. And if we don't, we'll just make fun of Ellington for like 2 hours. So that should be fun too. Either way, it's a good night. So yeah, that's it. Post show with Dan. Post the link in the chat. And that's it, man. Happy Halloween. Hope you guys did something cool for Halloween. I'm gonna go and get some cheap candy tomorrow, I think. Oh wait, somebody says chat is linking. I don't think so.
Wait, Zidane, is that it that you just posted?
No, that's my link.
That's your link. Okay.
Yeah, if I
okay.
had that, I would send it to you guys in our chat.
Yeah, I don't think we have it, but I know it has to be out there, so we'll
find it.
Yeah, we'll look for it. All right. Oh wait, somebody said chat is linking. Hold on, let me look. This is the stream. Oh, it's unlisted. It's 5 hours and 39 minutes.
Holy shit!
We're gonna have to find the timestamps for that.
Jesus Christ! And it won't even let me download it. What did he do on this stream? Let me pull this up in Clip Converter real quick. We'll have to make sure we get a copy of this. Okay. Let me just do this while we're on air. Oh, it said it won't. I'll have to pull out JDownloader to fucking get it. Either played some copyrighted music or it won't let you download unlisted. I said towards the end. 124 on the timestamp. All right. I don't know if Jim's even still here.
Medical
chair. Let's see. 124. Okay, I'm at 124 on the dot. You guys there?
Let me pull it up here.
Does he realize how retarded that photograph looks?
Link it to me.
Oh, I thought you had it. Sorry. Yeah,
no, that's all good.
Link it to me. All right, let's try it at 124. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it right now.
I know you stick with this hard, and I'm calling you Tui because I'm assuming that you are Tui, but there's no way this actually
is
real.
Tui. Why would you ever question him?
Why? Because he's a random guy who came on my stream and said he's Tui. Why wouldn't I question him?
So why? But yeah, exactly. Why would you question him? He said he's Tui. He's fucking Tui.
Oh, my fault. My fault. He said he's Tui, so he's Tui. I made a major mistake.
Somebody said it's toward the end. Okay, so let's go to 520. How about that? 520:43. Are you there?
Yeah.
It said 1 hour 24 on the other video, not this one.
On the other, how many fucking streams does this guy put out?
Thomas Ellington, you're a fucking
So
faggot.
where's the other one? Like, who puts out these many streams in one day? By the way, he's talking in the background. It's at 1 hour 49 minutes. So what do we? Oh my god, this is why I didn't want to do this on there. It's on the previous video, the one I had up. Oh my god.
Ugh, I can't keep up with this shit.
Yeah, look, we're just gonna have to save it. We're just gonna have to save it because I can't. End of the 5 hour one. I have the 5 hour one up. 1 hour 24 on the other video. Well, the problem with that, okay. Yeah, because it's only 1 hour 26 minutes. All right, I'll pull that one up. How about that?
All right, let's do this.
All right, we'll probably just play it again tomorrow night at this point. But all right, let's see, 1:23:42. How about that? Maybe that's why he ended it quickly. All right, 1:23:42. Are you gentlemen there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, let's play it right now.
You don't have to raise someone else's kid. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean these are all my boys. I know that. I got 4 of them, and she's pregnant with the 5th. I don't know if it's a boy though. We don't know what it is. We'll find out.
You don't have to raise someone else's kid.
Well, I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you dropping a few jokes. That was pretty funny stuff, man. All right. All right, let's bring in Canadian Bully You're on the air. What's up, Canadian bully? How you doing?
Hey, this is your neighbor, Fluffy No. Could you maybe turn down the smell a little bit? I don't know what you're going on there, a farm or something, but I can hear squawking and barking and meowing all night, always arguing, and this smell is just terrible. You know, I live on the corner. I live candy corner to you. I'm usually just a stagehand around here, but gee, you really smell something, eh? You're really smelly, eh? Like, why don't you go take a wash, eh?
I apologize for that, Canadian boy. I can't believe you came in
Oh,
here.
you're so smelly. Yeah, you really smell. Everybody knows you smell, and you're such a whiny bitch. I sit here and listen to you whine. You're such a whiny person. Why don't you just get over it? You sound like a woman. I bet your mobile phone smells of chips.
It smells of chips. Like
Yeah, because you could never get off of it. Why don't you go make love to your wife? No wonder she's so bitter and cold to you.
Oh.
Canadian bully coming in here and bullying me.
I mean, all I've really got to say is you're a fucking loser. Why don't you get off the air and get a life, you sad prick?
Oh, you're hurting my feelings now, man. Now you're getting at me. You're digging deep. I like it when they come in because here's what I think is going on with them. I think that they actually prepare something, like they think about it. They maybe they even write it down. I don't know. And then they come in and they say what they have prepared, that they've prepared.
Yeah, that's what you're usually supposed to do,
and
Ellington.
Because they don't have anything else. I think that's pretty
They
funny.
came in and said what they wanted to say.
All right,
Shock.
You know what? Maybe we'll end the stream. I don't know if anybody else wants to hop on. I mean, I think I outlined pretty well where I was coming from with this stuff, with these things. Not trying to come at anybody. Not trying to start any beef. I mean, if it starts, if it happens, it happens. That's just the way it goes. But just trying to put my perspective and my viewpoint out there. At any rate, that's the stream. It was a pretty good one, pretty successful. I think I appreciate you guys
Yeah, it was a
stopping by
raging success.
and joining me for a little bit. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a subscribe. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Give
Or
the
don't.
stream a thumbs up.
Dawn is better.
Oh, look.
And I will
Oh,
I'll see you
sorry.
in the next one. Bye.
Well, he didn't say anything about Medicare, but that was still pretty funny.
We'll look through. I have a feeling that we're missing something here, so we'll look through. The Canadian bully almost made it worth it. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do in the meantime. Zidane, go watch his post show. Gator, you gonna join the post show too?
I will be, but it'll be a little later.
It's all good, buddy. You're always welcome.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's just me now. We will go through, comb through. I know that we're missing something on the Ellington stuff, so we'll see what we can find. Let me make sure that I read the rest of these. Where am I at? Starwind and Hawking says, tried 10 minutes to send super chat. YouTube is censoring me hard. Yeah, they do that sometimes. Sorry about that, man. Thanks for persevering. Critro says, nuclear sunset, all slums, IS or otherwise. Hyphen says, screw your bathtub, I'm staying out. Matt Field says, Jim is Jade, Jade is Jim. Say hello to Mr. Winky. Critro says, he was on the stream with Anime Mafia. He was wasted going over another gay op. They ended up puking live on stream. It had Zeph in the title. So yeah, that's the 5-hour stream that I was linked. And then somebody said that was the wrong show. And so that's what I was told. We'll go through it with a fine-tooth comb. We'll see what we can find. We'll play it tomorrow. His Eminence says, tonight be smart. Get your coke tested for adulterants. Good advice. Acecapade says, sorry for spurging a bit. Just wanted to add that I forgot to thank you for actually getting my username pronunciation right. Keep up the good work, mate. And thank you as well. And I promptly got it wrong, but I corrected myself and got it right again. So Patchy Chief says, every time you say Ellington, all I think of is Duke, and then I get disappointed. It's this stick bundle, Tom. Happy Boys, sorry guys, says, I just bought some wireless headphones. Great night. Congratulations on that purchase. Woke Center Left says, Smellington looks like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys in his avatar photo. That photo is terrible. I don't understand why you would use such a photograph. And it only plays into his Smellington meme at this point, so it's really not Really not good. Oh, so somebody wanted me to play for the outro. Let me see if I can get this queued up. You would think I would have that uploaded somewhere, but I do not. Hold on, give me a sec. Uh-oh. That's the preview. Wait, hold on, Taker. Taker's getting carried away. Let me queue this up. I have to do this. I have to bring up VLC. I will do it just for you guys in honor of Halloween. It is well, I guess Halloween's over now. Whatever. We're still in the Halloween episode. There we go. We'll just blank out the whole screen because I don't feel like getting it just right. Oh shit. Oh no, we still got it, I guess. Fuck it. That's good enough. That's good enough. We'll see you tomorrow night, 10:05 p.m. Eastern. The Kill Stream, the #1 late night talk show on YouTube. For now, we'll see how long that lasts. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats, the likes, the dislikes, the shares, the word of mouth, everything. Thank you for it all. See you tomorrow night, 10:05 p.m. Eastern, and Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, the special election stream. Farewell. Shows. Dan is the man. Catch Gator later. See you tomorrow night on the Kill Stream. Farewell.